What if everything you thought you knew about the legendary Philosopher's Stone was wrong? What if, instead of being a mythic object of transmutation, it was actually a symbol of something far more profound, something that speaks directly to your own potential? For centuries, the idea of the Philosopher's Stone has captivated the human imagination, fueled by tales of alchemists who sought to transmute base metals into gold and achieve immortality. But what if these stories, while alluring, have kept us chasing shadows, searching for something external when the true treasure lies within? Now let us delve deeper. The real secret of the Philosopher's Stone is that it is not a physical entity at all, but a potent metaphor for internal transformation and self-mastery. You are the jewel you have been searching for. The power to transmute isn't found in some ancient artifact, but in your ability to cultivate your own inner landscape. Think of it like this. You don't become a master musician by finding a magical instrument, but by dedicating yourself to practice, honing your skills, and unlocking the potential within yourself. This process of personal growth mirrors the core principles of alchemy and is the true understanding of the Philosopher's Stone. Consider for a moment the cyclical pattern of transformation that is a core aspect of nature itself. A seed, seemingly inert, holds within it the potential for a mighty tree. This inherent process, the shift from latent potential to manifest reality, is the key to alchemical understanding. The idea of turning lead into gold, a fundamental aspect of alchemical practice, is a symbolic representation of your personal journey. Lead represents your limiting beliefs, fears, and self-doubt, while gold symbolizes the empowerment, wisdom, and self-confidence that lies dormant within you, waiting to be uncovered. This journey includes key stages. The Negredo, the breaking down of old constructs; the Albedo, the stage of purification and new perspective; and finally the Rubedo, the stage of integration and self-realization. The path is yours to traverse. Now understand this key concept. The ancient Hermetic principle of as above, so below provides a vital framework for understanding the interplay between our inner and outer worlds. Your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions directly shape your external experiences. If your inner world is chaotic, your external world will reflect this chaos. This also means that, conversely, if you cultivate inner harmony, your outer world will begin to align with that sense of peace. Aligned intention is the key to alchemic transformation. Why is it so critical to uncover the true secret of the Philosopher's Stone? The materialist perspective, focused only on physical results, limits your potential and keeps you searching endlessly for external validation. Think about it. You can attain immense material wealth, but without inner fulfillment, you will find yourself still searching, like a ship without a harbor. However, consider the transformative impact of embracing the Philosopher's Stone as an internal concept. Imagine a life filled with profound self-understanding, authentic personal power, and a sense of control over your destiny. This is the potential of embracing your inner alchemist. Imagine someone who constantly struggles with anxiety and then through focused internal work finds deep and abiding peace within themselves. This is what is possible. The profound implication of ignoring this hidden knowledge is the perpetuation of a cycle of dependence and dissatisfaction. Many continue to seek external validation, hoping that material things, relationships, or circumstances will provide happiness, never realizing that true fulfillment comes from within. You may be looking for the stone outside, while it has always been inside you, awaiting your discovery. Many spend lifetimes on this endless pursuit, never finding what was available to them all along. This video will not be about the search for some external magical object. It is about a journey of self-discovery and empowerment, revealing the path for you to become your own alchemist. The real change begins within you, and the key is understanding that you have the power to transmute your lead into gold, transforming your perceived flaws into strength and discovering your true potential. Let us now establish some essential background knowledge. Alchemy is not merely an archaic form of chemistry, it is a profound spiritual and philosophical discipline, a tool for not only understanding the universe, but for understanding your own place within it. It's not just about the transformation of matter, but the transformation of the self. In the world of modern chemistry, the focus is on the manipulation of elements. However, alchemy seeks to understand the deeper nature of reality, emphasizing the spiritual dimensions of existence and how you are inextricably linked to the cosmos. The core concept of transmutation applies not just to metals, but to your own thoughts, beliefs, and emotions. It's about changing your habits, patterns, and the very way you perceive the world. It's about you transmuting into the next version of yourself, a constant state of growth and evolution. The profound connections between alchemy and hermeticism must also be understood. The Emerald Tablet, a foundational text of hermetic wisdom, along with the Kybalion, offer essential clues for this process. The principle of mind from the Kybalion teaches that all is mind, meaning the universe is ultimately mental in nature. Your reality is a product of your mind. You are not a passive observer, but an active participant in creating your own existence, and this is of vital importance to the alchemical process. By understanding that everything is mind, you can realize that you have the power to shape your own life, and this is how the transmutation begins. Intention also is a key aspect of the alchemical process. The power of focused will, conscious effort, and unwavering commitment to your goals are essential to the alchemic process. Visualization is a tool that can help with this process. It is not enough to merely desire change. You must also actively direct your energy and will toward that transformation. Intention is the directing force that will help you focus your efforts. By understanding your power of intention, you can actively direct the alchemical process within you. Now, with a better understanding of the concepts, consider this. If the Philosopher's Stone isn't a physical object, then what is it really? What if the stories of the past have been subtly misleading, guiding us to look in the wrong direction? What could you become if you could unlock the true power of the Philosopher's Stone, and what if it was inside of you this whole time? These are the questions that demand your attention. The mystery surrounding the true nature of the stone intensifies when you realize that its secret may have been intentionally concealed or misunderstood throughout the ages. There is a sense of intrigue about hidden truths and the need to unveil these obfuscated teachings. Throughout history, many truths have been obscured, deliberately or by accident, and it is your job to uncover them. We are not just discussing a historical or mythological object. We are discussing the most important journey you can take. We will be exploring powerful alchemical techniques that include visualization, meditation, and the focused power of intention. You have the power to master these tools and transform your reality through these practical practices. Prepare to discover how you can transform your life, unlocking your true potential as the alchemist of your own destiny. The truth about the Philosopher's Stone and your true potential is waiting to be revealed. Let us now delve into the world of historical alchemy and see past the common misunderstandings. Figures like Nicholas Flamel and Paracelsus, often portrayed as mystics seeking literal gold, were in reality engaged in profound inner work. Their texts, when interpreted through the lens of symbolism, reveal a sophisticated understanding of the human psyche and spiritual potential. Consider Flamel, who in his writings seemed obsessed with the transmutation of metals. However, the metals he wrote of are nothing more than a metaphor for different states of consciousness and the refinement of human character. The lead he sought to transmute was the base desires and unrefined aspects of his own nature. His goal was enlightenment itself. Paracelsus, likewise, although known for his alchemical and medical work, was actually a deep student of the inner mysteries. His focus on extracting the quintessence of matter is actually a reference to the extraction of the highest potential from the human soul. His work was deeply rooted in his personal spiritual journey, seeking not just to heal the body, but also to transform the soul. These alchemists understood that their true work was not in the laboratory, but within the depths of their being. Their practices were not merely about physical processes, but about the parallel inner experiences they represented. The common alchemical processes like transmutation and distillation, were not just about the manipulation of matter. They were sophisticated metaphors for internal development. Transmutation, the core of alchemical practice, represents the shift from lower states of consciousness to higher states. It's the process of transforming your limitations into your greatest strengths. Think of the alchemist heating metals in a crucible. This intense heat symbolizes the trials and challenges you face in your life, and the crucible represents your inner space, the place where transformation occurs. Just as the metal is purified by fire, you are refined by the challenges you overcome. Distillation, on the other hand, represents the process of separating the essential from the non-essential. It's the act of focusing on your core values, beliefs, and emotions, and extracting what is valuable from the experiences you have, while letting go of that which no longer serves you. In this sense, each action in the alchemical laboratory represents a parallel process that is occurring within the alchemist, and the key is to understand that the real work happens on the inside. The external world of the laboratory was just a mirror for their inner world of consciousness. It's critical to understand that the secrecy that surrounded alchemy was not accidental. Alchemists deliberately used metaphorical language and coded symbols to conceal their true intentions from those who might misuse or misunderstand their teachings, and this was done for a reason. Imagine a society where the pursuit of spiritual knowledge was not only misunderstood, but even dangerous. This was the reality for many ancient mystery schools. The alchemists had to hide their knowledge in plain sight, embedding the most profound truths within what appeared to be physical processes. These teachings were veiled in parables and allegories, with the key to understanding hidden within the symbolism. Consider the use of the Philosopher's Stone itself. It is presented as a physical object, but it is simply a symbolic representation of the process of personal transformation. It was important to keep the true meaning obscured so that those who sought it out would have to do the internal work to achieve understanding, making sure that the true knowledge could not be misused. This ensured that only those who were ready for the responsibility would understand their true power, and this is why the language of alchemy is so full of hidden meanings. Therefore, the history of alchemy is not a history of failed scientific pursuits, but rather a narrative of self-discovery and spiritual awakening. The alchemists did not fail to create a physical philosopher's stone, because that was never their goal. They understood that the true transformation was not in the external world, but in the refinement of the human soul. Consider the countless individuals who dedicated their lives to this work, not just for material gain, but to achieve enlightenment and self-mastery. These are not merely old stories, but living testaments to the power of inner transformation and the true potential of the human spirit. They were seeking to understand the mechanics of the universe and the way that human consciousness interacts with it. Their laboratory experiments were merely tools to explore the deeper mysteries of the universe and the nature of consciousness, each test offering an opportunity to see themselves from another perspective, the core of the alchemical process. Now we must shift our perspective and realize that the true value of alchemy lies not in the physical, but in the profound internal changes that it can facilitate. Let us now explore the profound symbolism of the Philosopher's Stone itself. Its color, shape, and even the materials associated with it, each hold a deeper meaning that reveals the nature of the internal process. The most notable color associated with the Philosopher's Stone is red, a symbol of the life force, passion, and the transformative process itself. This fiery red color, seen in the final stages of the alchemical process, represents the culmination of internal work and the achievement of self-realization. The shape of the stone, often depicted as a sphere or a cube, symbolizes the perfection and wholeness that you can attain through self-mastery, and that the process of transformation can be done by anyone at any time, with intention and consistent effort. The materials used to create the stone, such as metals and minerals, also hold symbolic weight, representing the various aspects of the human psyche that are being transformed and refined, each one representing an emotion, a belief, or a potential within yourself. The stone is not an inert object, but a living symbol of the potential for transformation that exists within you. Other alchemical symbols, like the Ouroboros, the crucible, and the alchemical marriage, provide a deeper understanding of the process of self-discovery. The Ouroboros, the snake eating its own tail, symbolizes the cyclical nature of life, death, and rebirth. This ancient image represents the alchemical process of continuous transformation, and that change is the only constant in the universe. Each ending is a new beginning, and every transformation brings you to another level of awareness, each one more powerful than the last. The crucible, the vessel in which alchemical transformations take place, symbolizes your inner space where personal transformation occurs. It's a place of intense heat and pressure, which are necessary for refining and purifying your consciousness. The crucible is not a place to be feared, but a place to be embraced, as it is where the greatest changes occur. The alchemical marriage, a union of opposites, represents the integration of all aspects of the self. The union of masculine and feminine, sun and moon, conscious and unconscious, represents the process of becoming whole and complete within yourself. The key is understanding that nothing is left out, and that all aspects of yourself are integral to the process. The dichotomy of base metals versus gold is a recurring theme that perfectly illustrates the core alchemical principle of inner transformation. Lead, which is often seen as the most basic of metals, symbolizes limiting beliefs, negative emotions, and the unrefined aspects of the human psyche. These base metals are all of the negative self-talk, fear, and self-doubt that hold you back from achieving your true potential. Gold, on the other hand, is not just a valuable metal. It symbolizes wisdom, self-mastery, and the highest states of consciousness. The transformation of lead into gold represents the process of overcoming those limiting aspects within yourself and embracing your true potential, and that the potential for greatness lies within you, waiting to be uncovered. Consider a person who is constantly filled with self-doubt. This self-doubt is the lead in this scenario. Through dedicated internal work, this person transforms that self-doubt into self-confidence, achieving their own personal gold, becoming the person they always knew they could be. This is the essence of the alchemical process. And now let us examine the concept of the elixir of life, which is not just about physical immortality, but the achievement of a state of wholeness, lasting self-awareness, and full embodiment of your true nature. The true elixir is not something that can be consumed, but an inner state of being, an embodiment of your highest potential, where you are fully aligned with your true self. Eternal life, from this perspective, is not about living forever in the physical body, but about existing in a state of constant awareness and connection to the divine, and that state is always available. The elixir represents the state of complete self-mastery, where you are free from the limitations of the ego and fully aligned with your soul's purpose. It is a state of lasting peace, joy, and inner fulfillment that is not dependent on external circumstances. In this state of being, you are always in alignment with your true purpose and potential, and this is the true hidden meaning behind the elixir of life, the ultimate expression of alchemical transformation. Now let's make this knowledge practical by examining how the Hermetic principles apply to your daily life. The principle of as above, so below is not merely an abstract concept, but a fundamental truth that governs the relationship between your inner and outer worlds. Your internal states of mind directly influence your external experiences, and this link between the internal and external is not an accident. If your inner world is chaotic and filled with negativity, your outer world will inevitably reflect that chaos. Conversely, if you cultivate an inner state of peace and harmony, your outer world will begin to reflect that positive energy. Consider an individual who is always negative and complaining. This negative inner state will directly influence their experiences and their interactions with the world. However, someone who cultivates inner gratitude and positivity will find their experiences reflecting that inner state. This principle of as above, so below is not just something to understand, it is something to live by, and the more you align your inner world with your desired experiences, the more you will see your outer world shift to match it. The principle of mentalism, the idea that all is mind, is another vital concept for understanding how you create your own reality. Your thoughts and beliefs are not passive but active forces that shape your experiences. If you believe that you are limited or incapable, you will act in accordance with those beliefs, and that belief will become a self-fulfilling prophecy. However, if you believe that you are powerful and capable, you will act in a way that reflects that internal belief, and this will change your life. The idea that everything is mind means that your reality is a reflection of your inner mental landscape. Consider someone who has deeply ingrained self-perceptions of inadequacy and how this can influence their relationships and their success. When this person begins to shift their internal landscape to focus on self-love and self-worth, they will begin to see how that change reflects in the world around them. The first step towards alchemical transformation is understanding the power of your mind and realizing that it is your most potent tool. The principle of vibration is crucial for understanding the role that emotions play in shaping your reality. Every emotion has its own unique energetic frequency, and these frequencies attract similar experiences into your life. Positive emotions such as joy, love, and gratitude create high frequencies, which attract abundance and positive experiences. Negative emotions like fear, anger, and sadness create low frequencies that attract challenges and difficulties. If you are constantly in a state of frustration, your energetic field will emit a low vibration, which will attract more frustrating experiences. On the other hand, if you consciously cultivate feelings of gratitude and joy, you will find that you begin to attract experiences that align with these positive vibrations. The key is to become aware of your emotional state and begin managing your energetic field by directing your thoughts and feelings toward your highest potential. Your vibrational frequency is constantly impacting your reality, and you have the power to change it. Furthermore, the principle of cause and effect emphasizes that you are the direct creator of your experiences. Every thought, every action, and every decision you make creates a ripple effect that shapes your life. There are no accidents, only consequences that arise from your conscious or unconscious choices. If you make a conscious choice to focus on your personal growth and transformation, you will inevitably create a series of positive effects in your life. On the other hand, if you make choices that are driven by fear or negativity, you will experience negative consequences, and these are a direct result of your own creation. For example, someone who chooses to start a daily meditation practice with the intention of transforming their own awareness will create a positive shift in their own life, and this shift will have a positive effect on all aspects of their life. Each and every action creates a domino effect, and your life is the result of all of those choices, and understanding this gives you all of your power back. Now that you have a solid grasp of the foundational concepts, let's examine the practical techniques that you can use to start your alchemical journey. Meditation is not just about relaxation. It is a potent tool for connecting with your inner self and cultivating self-awareness. When you begin to sit in silence, observe your thoughts, and focus on your breath, you start to access a deeper level of consciousness where transformation can occur. The goal is to create a daily practice that becomes a consistent part of your life, and even a few minutes of daily meditation can have a significant impact. You can start with simply focusing on your breath, feeling the rise and fall of your chest, and gently redirect your attention when your mind starts to wander. The key is to create a consistent daily practice at the same time every day and to focus your attention inward rather than on the external world. This creates a foundation for all of your other work, and by setting the time aside, it shows yourself how important the process really is. Intention setting is another practical alchemical tool that you can use to direct your energy towards specific goals. When you consciously set an intention, you are using your power of will to create change, and this is a powerful aspect of the alchemical process. Your intentions must align with your highest potential and your true desires, not just what you think you want. This means that you must understand your own motivation behind your intentions and make sure that they are coming from a place of integrity. Begin by clarifying your goals and writing them down in the present tense, as if they have already been achieved. For example, instead of saying, "I want to be more confident," you would say, "I am now confident and empowered," and you can even add the feelings you associate with this new state. This creates a clear direction for your energy, and this intention can be the seed of your transformation, which will inevitably manifest in your reality. Visualization is a powerful tool for shaping your mental imagery and strengthening the manifestation of your intentions. When you visualize your desired outcome, you are creating a mental blueprint for your transformation. Imagine yourself already having achieved the goal and use all of your senses to experience the joy and fulfillment of your new reality. See the colors, hear the sounds, feel the sensations, and allow yourself to fully embody the new version of yourself. The key is to focus on the end result, not the struggle, and to spend time each day focusing on the vision of the new and improved you. Consistent visualization will reinforce your desired outcome and help you manifest it into your reality, and this is a core aspect of the alchemic process. Use all of your senses to bring the new reality to life, and the more vivid your imagery, the more powerful the transformation will be. These practices are not merely spiritual rituals, but practical tools for self-mastery, and by using them on a daily basis, you can gain control over your life and your destiny. The power of alchemy lies in your hands, and it is through consistent effort that you can achieve real results. You are the alchemist of your own life, and by engaging with these practices, you are actively shaping your own future. These practices are the very heart of the alchemical journey, and they must be employed daily in order to achieve the results you seek, and that consistent application of these principles will lead to the ultimate transformation. Remember, it is not enough to simply understand these concepts. They must be applied in your daily life to truly see the transformative power. Become the daily alchemist of your life. Let us now delve into the alchemical stages within your own personal process. The Negrito stage, often referred to as the dark night of the soul, is the process of breaking down old beliefs, habits, and patterns of behavior. This stage is challenging because it involves facing your deepest fears and shadows, and it is essential for true growth. You must confront your limitations and your most difficult aspects of yourself in order to make real progress. Think of it like this: the Negrito is the breaking down of the old structures that were no longer serving you. This stage is not to be feared, but embraced, as it is the foundation for new growth. For example, consider someone who goes through a challenging personal experience like a breakup. This difficult experience is a process of breaking down the old identity, patterns, and belief systems that were associated with that relationship. This is the Negrito stage in action. After the Negrito comes the Albedo, a period of purification and clarity where new perspectives and insights start to emerge. In this stage, you start to understand the deeper meaning of your experiences and begin to integrate the lessons you have learned. It's as if, after the storm of the Negrito, the clouds begin to part, revealing a clearer vision of yourself and the world around you. Your thinking shifts, new ideas begin to take shape, and a new version of you begins to emerge. For example, the person from the previous example, after going through the breakup, may start to see the relationship from a different perspective, understanding what went wrong and how they can create better experiences in the future. New thought patterns are formed, and old ones are released. This new clarity is the essence of the Albedo stage. The final stage, Rubedo, represents the integration of all aspects of yourself, embodying wholeness, self-mastery, and your own inner gold. In this stage, all of the pieces of your being come together, the light and the shadow, the good and the bad. You understand and integrate all aspects of yourself, and you are now a powerful force in your own life. The rubido is not a destination, but a state of being. This is not something that you achieve and then are done with. This is who you are. In this stage, you are aligned with your highest potential and have a clear understanding of your purpose. Returning to the previous example, the individual who has overcome the pain of a breakup and gained new clarity and insights will begin to embody self-love and self-mastery and will be able to create new and empowering relationships that reflect their inner growth. This is the meaning of inner gold. It's important to remember that these stages are cyclical, not linear. You may find yourself moving through these stages multiple times throughout your life, and that each cycle of transformation is more powerful than the last, taking you to another level of awareness. The key is not to see this process as a one-time event, but as an ongoing journey of growth and evolution. You are constantly breaking down old patterns and creating new ones. The alchemical process is never truly finished. It is a continuous cycle of death and rebirth, chaos and order, and growth and evolution. Therefore, the key is not the destination, but in the ongoing daily practice of transformation. Now, let's address a critical component: ethical considerations. With the power of internal transformation comes a great responsibility, and it's essential to understand the ethics of working with hidden knowledge and personal power. You must be aware of your own intentions, actions, and motivations, and make sure that your choices are aligned with your highest self. The potential for harm is real, and that is why it is important to understand that working with hidden knowledge requires a higher level of integrity and self-awareness. Consider the potential negative outcomes when one begins to use the power of intention without ethical awareness. One can manipulate a situation for personal gain while ignoring the consequences of their actions. This is a misuse of alchemical principles, and it will inevitably lead to negative outcomes. Your intention is the most important aspect of alchemical transformation, and the same intention can be used for positive or negative outcomes, which is why you must be extremely careful when directing your energy. For example, the intention to be successful can be used to create something positive for the world, or it can be used to step over others for personal gain. This is where ethics come into play, and a clear understanding of your intentions and the potential impact of your actions. You must learn to be aware of the consequences of your choices and to always strive to work from a place of integrity. The key is to ask yourself, will this action benefit everyone or just myself? This will help you be more clear on your intention and help you make the best choices. A powerful guiding principle is service to others. True alchemical power is used for the benefit of all, not just the individual, and that by helping others, you are helping yourself. When you align yourself with a purpose that is larger than your own ego, you will create positive change in the world around you. The act of helping others is not just an act of kindness, but an integral part of your own personal and spiritual growth, and it also has a positive impact on the world. When you shift your perspective from individual gain to collective well-being, you unlock a higher level of purpose and connection. The more that you help others, the more that you grow, and this is how you fulfill your highest potential. This is the true key to alchemical transformation. Your individual transformation has a direct impact on the greater collective. The growth of one person can create a ripple effect of positive change throughout the entire world, and this is why it is so important for each person to do their internal work. Imagine what the world would be like if everyone focused on transforming their own lives. The more that you transform, the more that we all grow together, and this is the true potential of alchemical transformation. It shifts the focus from individual gain to collective well-being, and it also connects you to something much larger than yourself. This sense of interconnectedness will bring a new level of meaning into your life and help you to truly embrace your full potential. This is a call to action for each of us to begin the work of inner transformation. Now let's explore how ancient wisdom connects with modern science, specifically in the field of quantum physics. The alchemical principles are not outdated concepts, but actually reflect profound truths about the nature of reality that are now being validated by modern discoveries. Quantum entanglement and the observer effect, for example, mirror the interconnectedness of all things. Quantum entanglement shows that particles are connected in such a way that they affect each other instantaneously, regardless of the distance between them. This is a scientific demonstration of what the ancients have always known, that all things are interconnected on a fundamental level, and that what happens to one thing also impacts all other things. These are not separate systems, but a part of a larger integrated system. The observer effect highlights the role of consciousness in shaping reality, that the act of observation changes the outcome. The ancient sages understood the profound impact of intention long before it was proven by science. The implications of consciousness studies are also profound. It highlights the role of the mind in creating experiences and supports the idea that consciousness is not limited to the brain. Scientific studies are now proving that consciousness has a direct impact on the physical world, and this is a direct validation of the Hermetic principle that all is mind. The idea of consciousness as a universal field is being explored with modern science, which reinforces the ancient wisdom of a singular unifying force, connecting all things. Your consciousness is not limited to your brain, but part of a larger collective that is interconnected with the entire universe. These scientific advancements are simply the modern language for ancient concepts. This understanding of consciousness is critical for true alchemical understanding. The ancient concept of the universal field aligns with modern quantum physics. The quantum field is a sea of energy from which all things emerge, and to which all things return. This concept has been known for ages, and it shows up in different ways in different traditions. The understanding that all things are interconnected through a single energy field, that nothing is separate, is now supported by modern scientific discoveries. The ancient sages knew about this concept long before modern science, but now, this concept is being proven again and again. This understanding will help you to see yourself as an integral part of this interconnected web of life. Modern discoveries are simply a validation of ancient wisdom, which shows us how timeless these principles really are, and that by embracing both science and spirituality, you unlock the highest potential of alchemy. The universe itself supports these ancient alchemical laws. The more we explore the deeper nature of reality, the more we see that ancient teachings and modern science are aligned. This synthesis of knowledge will help you understand the underlying laws of the universe, and this understanding is key to your own personal alchemical transformation. The time has come to understand that these old concepts are now being confirmed by modern science. Now, prepare yourself for the next stage of your journey. In the coming section, you will delve into more advanced alchemical techniques, bringing you closer to the mastery you seek. This is just the beginning of your personal transformation, and there is so much more to learn. By understanding the foundation of alchemical theory and practice, you are now ready for the next step. Remember that this knowledge is not enough on its own. You must actively apply these principles in your daily life to achieve true transformation. The power is not in what you know, but in what you do with that knowledge. This is not just about intellectual understanding, but about embodied wisdom, which comes from consistent application and dedication to your practice. This is where you truly become your own alchemist. Take a moment now to truly reflect on what you have learned. You have been given the keys to unlock your own potential and to become your own alchemist. You now have the tools to transform your life, but they will only be as effective as your commitment to using them. You now have the power, all you have to do is start. In the next section, you will learn how to truly transform lead into gold in your own life and how to embody your true potential. The journey is far from over, and the greatest discoveries are yet to come. Now, let us explore a deeper truth, a hidden secret that has been veiled for centuries, the The very nature of reality itself is not fixed, but rather a projection of your inner state. Building on the Hermetic principle of as above, so below, and the insights from quantum physics, it's time to understand that the world you experience is not an objective reality, but a reflection of your consciousness. Just as a film projector casts images onto a screen, your mind projects your internal world onto the canvas of your external reality. Consider the famous double-slit experiment in quantum physics, which demonstrates that the behavior of subatomic particles changes based on whether or not they are being observed. This confirms that the observer is not separate from the observed. Your very act of observing shapes reality, and the same is true for the external world that you experience. Therefore, your consciousness is not merely a passive receiver of external information, but an active projector that shapes every single moment of your life. It is not simply reacting to what is presented to you, but actively creating that presentation in real time. Diving deeper, your perceptions, beliefs, and emotions act as the lens through which you experience this projected reality. The filters of your awareness determine what you see, feel, and believe. Think of it like this: if you are wearing rose-colored glasses, the world will appear rosy, but the world itself has not changed, but your perception of it has. The same is true for your experiences of the world. If your mind is filled with fear and negativity, you will experience a reality that reflects that. But if your mind is filled with joy and love, you will experience a completely different world. Your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs are not just passing states, but the very building blocks of the world you experience, and that each moment is being actively and consciously created by you. It is not a passive process. You are constantly creating it all, with each and every thought and emotion. What you believe you are seeing is being created within you. The so-called laws of reality, such as time, space, and perceived limitations, are not fixed, but merely constructs that can be modified or even altered when you understand the true nature of perception. These are the parameters of your projection, and these constructs can be changed when you understand the hidden knowledge of inner alchemy. Consider the limitations that you place on yourself, such as not being good enough or not being smart enough. These are not the laws of the universe, but rather constructs that you have created in your mind, and like any construction, they can be torn down and rebuilt, and your true power lies in recognizing that you are not a victim of circumstance, but the active creator of your experience. Understanding this is the first step to gaining true freedom. Your limitations only exist because you believe they do, and by changing that belief, you change the laws of your reality. You are not a passive observer, but the active creator of your experiences. The power to change your reality does not lie outside of you, but within, and it is available to you now. You are the master of your projection, and you have the power to change what you project, which means you have the power to change your experience, and that means that you have the power to change the world around you. Therefore, understand that what you believe to be true about the world is what you are projecting onto it, and that you are not a victim, but the master of your own destiny, able to create whatever reality you choose. The power is always within you and never outside. Now, let's delve into the power of your beliefs, which are the foundational layer upon which your reality is constructed. Your beliefs act as the blueprint for all of your experiences and the programming that determines what you attract into your life, like the software of the projector. If the software has a flaw, the projection will be flawed, so it is critical to understand how your beliefs are creating your experience. When you hold a belief strongly enough, you create a self-fulfilling prophecy, and that belief will manifest into your reality, for better or worse. For example, if you hold a belief that you are unworthy of love, you will inevitably attract situations and relationships that reflect that unworthiness, and this happens as a direct result of the belief itself. Similarly, if you believe that you are capable of achieving anything, you will create the circumstances and opportunities that lead to that achievement. Your beliefs are constantly shaping your world. Your beliefs about yourself, the world, and what is possible directly shape your perceptions, which in turn dictate your experiences. If you see yourself as a victim, you will experience victimhood, but if you see yourself as a creator, you will experience creation. What you accept as truth about yourself becomes your reality. Consider someone who has deeply ingrained self-perceptions of inadequacy and how that belief will impact all of their relationships and all of their experiences in their life. Now consider someone who is deeply self-confident and how their life is completely different. The power of your beliefs is not a passive thing. It is an active force that shapes each and every experience that you will have. When you change your beliefs, you are not only shifting your worldview, but you are also actively modifying the world around you. Your internal shifts will have direct and immediate effects on your external world, because by changing the way that you project your reality, you are changing what will manifest. Consider a person who struggles with money and believes that they are not worthy of abundance. By simply reprogramming that belief and focusing on their worthiness, they will begin to see a dramatic shift in their finances as the world responds to their inner change. Your beliefs are the foundation upon which your reality is built, and by changing this foundation, you can change the world. The true secret to transforming your reality lies in reprogramming your beliefs to align with your desired future. It is not enough to simply engage in positive thinking or superficial affirmations. True transformation requires a deep reprogramming of your core beliefs, and that is the first step toward true inner alchemy. Consider it a software update for your life. You must first identify the limiting beliefs, then replace them with empowering truths. This process requires a complete overhaul of your inner world, not just a superficial fix. This deep, fundamental shift is what will allow you to transform not only your inner state, but the external world around you, and these changes are instant and immediate. The moment that you change your beliefs, the world has no choice but to respond. Let us now turn our attention to the concept of identity, which is not a fixed concept, but rather a role that you have chosen to play, and it is the most powerful force in creating your reality. Identity is not something that is imposed on you, but something that you create yourself, and that the role that you have chosen determines what you attract into your life. For example, if you choose to identify as a victim, you will constantly experience situations that reinforce that victimhood, while those that choose to identify as a creator will experience different events entirely. The role that you choose to play directly impacts your experience. Your identity determines the limits of what you believe you can achieve. A limited sense of self acts as a ceiling, holding you back from achieving your true potential. If you see yourself as someone who is always struggling, you will inevitably struggle. And if you see yourself as someone who is always successful, you will inevitably succeed. Your self-perception is the cage that you live in, and the first step to breaking free is realizing that you are the one who built the cage. Your limits are self-imposed, and by understanding this, you gain the ability to remove those limits. What you believe you are is the boundary of your experience. By shifting your self-concept, you change the way that the world interacts with you. This is a key step in the alchemical process of self-transformation. Consider someone who views themselves as a failure. Every interaction and every opportunity will reflect that internal state of being. But when that person shifts their identity to see themselves as a success, the world will respond differently. The external will always reflect the internal, and that internal shift is the foundation of true change. The external has no choice but to adjust to the change in your internal frequency. You must now challenge yourself to see yourself not as someone in search of something, but as someone who already possesses everything that you desire. You must now embody that version of yourself right now and recognize that this re-identification will shape the world to match your new awareness. This aligns with the concept of the inner gold that was presented earlier. The gold is not some external object, but who you already are. The power to change is within, and it is time to reclaim that power. Stop searching for what you already possess. Let us now discuss the specific practices that can be used to shift your identity. Visualization and affirmations are powerful tools that can help you create a new self-concept. These are not just passive activities, but active practices that must be embodied, not just spoken. They are the tools you will use to construct your new identity. The key is to fully embody the new identity as if it is already real, and to use all of your senses to bring that new version of yourself to life. Imagine the future you, the one who has already achieved all that you desire. What does that person look like? How do they feel? How do they act? The more real you can make it, the faster you will align with it. To create your future self, you must embody the qualities of that self now. This means changing the way you interact with the world and acting not as you are now, but as you will be. When you fully embrace this new version of yourself, the world will start to respond differently, and opportunities will begin to flow into your life effortlessly. It is not about waiting to become that person. It is about choosing to be that person now. The most effective way to create a new future is to start living in it now. When you fully embody this new identity, the universe adjusts to match, revealing the power of alignment between your inner and outer self. It is not about trying to become something. It is about remembering who you already are and embodying that truth fully. Therefore, it is important to understand that the power lies within and not in some external validation. The universe will always respond to your internal shifts, and the more you align with the future you desire, the faster it will manifest. You have the power to shift your identity at any moment, and that this is an immediate shift, not a long process. The moment you choose to embody your higher self, your life will begin to change. The past is no longer a limitation. You have the power to rewrite it, and when you change your identity, you change your timeline. You must see your power and take it. Do not wait. You have all of the power within you right now. Now, let us examine the nature of time, a concept that has often been misunderstood. Time is not the fixed, linear construct that you have been taught to believe, but a malleable energy that is shaped by your perception and your intention. Your understanding of time and the way that you have been taught to perceive it is an illusion that is keeping you from realizing your full potential. Quantum physics reveals that time is not as fixed as we perceive it. It is relative and flexible, and the past, present, and future are not separate entities, but interconnected aspects of the same field of consciousness. This understanding will reveal to you the true nature of time and how it works. Time can be compressed or expanded based on your focus. If you are bored, a moment can feel like an eternity, but if you are enjoying yourself, years can pass in the blink of an eye. This demonstrates the subjective nature of time. It is not an external entity, but a flexible construct that is impacted by your perception. Time, as you understand it, is a fluid concept. The future is not something distant that is waiting to be reached. It already exists within the now. It is shaped by your current frequency and intention. The future is not distant, but it is present in the now, and it is shaped by your frequency and your intention. When you set clear intentions in the present moment, you create an immediate shift. Your future is being created right now, in this very moment, and that the key to creating that desired future is found in the present moment. Your present actions determine your future reality. What you are creating today, you will experience tomorrow. Time can be collapsed by aligning with your desired future in the present moment. Everything you desire already exists within the present. You only need to align your energy to access it. The desired future is not somewhere that you will go. It already exists in the present, but is not visible to your physical senses. Time, as you have understood it, can be bent, and that all that you desire is present now, if you simply choose to see it. To collapse time, you must begin to live in the now, as if you have already achieved your desired future. If you begin to act from the space of having already achieved the outcome you desire, you will speed up the manifestation process. You are creating the future in the present, and by embodying your new reality now, you bring it to you. The universe will respond to your new frequency. This is not merely a concept, but a practical tool for manifestation. When you live in alignment with your future, the universe reacts by bringing the desired conditions, opportunities, and outcomes into your present moment. This is where the magic of creation happens. The moment you truly believe that you have already achieved your goal, the world begins to shift to match that new vibration. Many have tried to achieve their dreams through struggle, but the true secret is embodying the dream first, and then letting the world catch up. This is how the universe responds to your intentions. This is not about waiting for the future to arrive. It is about acting now as if the future is already here. By doing so, you are shifting your timeline and bending time to your will. You must align with what you desire, and the most effective way to do this is to simply embody that new reality now. Your alignment is the key and not control, and by choosing the future, you will create that future now. The common belief that the future is on hold and must be reached is an illusion. The future is a set of probabilities that can be accessed in the present moment whenever you choose. The future is not distant, it is readily available to anyone who chooses it. It is now your time to access that future and to bring it into your present. Stop waiting for a future that already exists. Now, let's discuss the concept of aligned action. This means acting in accordance with the reality that you wish to create. It is the bridge that moves you from the idea of intention and visualization into manifestation. You have already learned that intention and visualization are key to the alchemic process, but without action, they are just possibilities. Action is the key, and intention needs action to create real results. Many change their beliefs, they shift their identities, and they set their intentions, yet they do nothing, which is why they fail. Intention without action creates no results. This action is not a reaction to external circumstances, but an expression of an already manifested reality. You are no longer waiting for the world to change, you are already living in that new world. If you are living in the space of future success, then every action that you take will reflect that success, and the world will respond to that internal change. You are no longer waiting, you are creating, and this is how you step into your true power. Action that comes from total certainty that the future is already here creates a vibrational frequency that attracts manifestation. This is not about waiting for a sign, but about creating the sign through action. Consider someone who is choosing to live without fear and then taking actions that go completely against that fear. They are not reacting to their fear, they are acting from a place of certainty. You are not reacting, you are creating. The universe does not respond to wishing or waiting, but rather to the energy of certainty and aligned action. It is time to act as if your future is already here and to live that life fully. Manifestation occurs the moment you choose to act in alignment with your desired reality, regardless of your current conditions. Therefore, the power is always in your hands, and the keys to manifestation are not outside of yourself, but within. Action, in alignment with your intentions, will bring your manifestation to life. Finally, let us now examine the concept of aligning with the universal flow, moving from the concept of control to the understanding that the universe is always working with you and not against you. It is time to embrace this flow. Think of the universal flow like a river. When you try to swim against it, you only get frustrated and worn out. However, when you surrender to the flow, you can move with ease and grace. You must stop fighting against the universe and instead allow its energy to guide you, using your intentions and actions as the vehicle to move along its current. When you fully align with the universe, you will find that your path will unfold effortlessly. If you are constantly trying to force outcomes, you are going against the universal flow. If you learn to trust the process, you will find that the universe will respond in ways that are more magnificent than you could have ever imagined. The key is not trying to control it, but to flow with it. Gratitude is a powerful energetic force that attracts the things you desire, shifting from a passive understanding to the idea that gratitude is an active tool for manifestation. When you are truly grateful, you are no longer in a state of lack, but instead in a state of already having, and this energy will attract more of what you desire. If you choose to focus on the things that you are grateful for, even the smallest things, your emotional state will shift, and that will positively impact the world around you. It is not just a feeling, but a powerful force that aligns you with your true potential. By being present in the moment and grateful for what is manifesting, you unlock the instant transformation of reality. It is by understanding that gratitude is not something you should do, but something that will change your energy and bring your desires into your life much faster. By acting as if you already have what you desire, your gratitude becomes a catalyst for manifestation. By being present and grateful, the universe aligns with your energy and everything begins to flow. The understanding of universal flow and the power of gratitude leads to a critical next step: embodiment. You see, intellectual understanding is only the starting point, the map to the treasure, but it is not the treasure itself. True transformation is not merely about grasping a concept. It's about living it, breathing it, and feeling it with every fiber of your being, which means that alchemy is not something that you think, it's something that you become. Have you ever met someone with immense knowledge, yet they are still struggling, still unhappy, and still unfulfilled? They may grasp the concepts on an intellectual level, but they haven't truly integrated them into their being. Their lives are a testament to the fact that knowledge without embodiment is empty. True alchemists do not just study the principles, they become the principles. They do not just think about the gold, they are the gold. Their lives become an expression of the truths that they have come to understand, and their being radiates that truth outwardly. Embodiment means feeling and experiencing your desired reality as if it is already your current reality. It is not about hopping for a future state, it is about fully inhabiting it now. This is an active process that requires you to step outside of your current experience and choose a new one. If you desire to experience a future of abundance, you must feel abundant now. If you desire to experience perfect health, you must embody the energy of perfect health now. You cannot wait for your reality to change. You must choose the new reality, and then the reality will shift. Consider those who have successfully transformed their lives. They did not passively wait for things to change. They actively shifted their internal state, and then that shift was reflected in their external world. They chose the end result, and then they embodied it fully, and the world responded to that choice. To do this, practice a daily meditation, fully embodying the feeling of the desired state. Imagine it with all of your senses. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you feel? Experience it fully, and then your reality will begin to shift to match. When you embody a new identity, reality has no choice but to respond, for your outer world is always a mirror of your inner state. This idea is directly linked to the previous concept of reality as a projection, and when you change the projector, you change what is being projected. This is how you move from a passive recipient of reality to an active creator, and the key is that the shift is not external, but internal. For instance, consider an individual who, after years of struggle, decided to embody a new identity as a successful entrepreneur. They did not just hope for success. They began to feel, act, and make decisions as if they were already successful. They started to see opportunities where they didn't before, and they attracted the resources and relationships that were needed for them to succeed. They were no longer waiting for success, but living as a successful person right now. This is the missing key that most fail to understand. They try to manipulate the outside world, but the change is always internal, and your job is not to force, but to align. Therefore, always remember that you are the jewel that you have been searching for, the very gold that the alchemist sought. For the true transformation begins with embodying your highest potential. By becoming the gold you have been searching for, the world will have no choice but to respond. Now that we have explored the importance of embodying your new reality, let's delve into the specific techniques that allow you to engage in active alchemy. This is where you move beyond simply understanding the principles and begin using them to actively shape your reality. This is where you become the alchemist, consciously working with energy and intention to create the world around you. It is not a passive act, it is a creative act. You must learn to intentionally shape your reality by directing your energy and not just waiting for things to happen. Focused intention, as a concept, moves beyond passive wishing to actively directing your will. For example, if you focus your intention on healing, you are not just passively hoping for healing to occur, you are consciously directing your energy towards that outcome. When you approach a situation with clear and directed intention, you change your own energy, and that energy transforms the environment around you. The Hermetic principle of mentalism that we talked about before reveals that everything begins in the mind, and that intention is the driving force of that mind. Intention is not just wishing, it is creating. To start this practice, create a daily ritual that will help you to intentionally shape your world. Begin with focused meditation, not just to quiet your mind, but to actively visualize the end result of your intentions. Use your imagination to bring the future you into the present, using all of your senses to feel as if it is already your current reality. Combine this visualization with emotional mastery by consciously transmuting negative emotions, such as fear and doubt, into positive ones, such as courage and confidence. Instead of reacting to negative emotions, take the time to embrace them and consciously transmute them, knowing that all emotions are energy that can be directed by you. This means that, for example, when you feel doubt, embrace it fully and then choose to experience confidence and then take actions from that space. Finally, engage in mindful action by doing everything with conscious awareness, understanding that your actions are a reflection of your inner state. Act from the space of your intended future, not your current limitation. When you do this, you create a powerful force for transformation. Your thoughts create, your feelings amplify, and your actions solidify. Visualization in this context is not merely an act of imagination, but a dynamic process of actively creating your reality. The key to this process is emotion. Without it, your visualizations lack the energetic charge to become manifest. It's like a car without gasoline. Your emotions are the fuel for your manifestation, and your intentions are the steering wheel. If you want to enhance the power of your visualizations, you must engage them with powerful feelings. For instance, if you visualize abundance, don't just see the money, feel the gratitude, the excitement, and the freedom that comes with it. Allow the feelings to wash over you. However, if your visualization is tinged with fear, that fear will act as an opposing force, hindering your creation. Therefore, always focus your visualizations on the joy of the experience, as those positive emotions act as a catalyst, bringing it into your reality much faster. Your feelings create your experiences. It is also important to understand that consistent daily practice is the key to true transformation. This is not an overnight fix. It is a journey of consistent action. It is much more effective to dedicate even a few minutes to focused intention and embodiment every single day, rather than occasional bursts of effort. This consistency creates a powerful momentum that will accelerate your transformation. For example, consider someone learning a new skill. They wouldn't practice intensely for one day and then stop, but rather dedicate a small amount of time every day. True alchemy works the same way. The secret is in the consistency. It's better to do a little each day than a lot every once in a while, as it is the small, consistent actions that create a powerful change. The small, consistent steps will always win over the inconsistent acts of desperation. Let's now discuss a vital aspect of the alchemical process, the transmutation of limiting beliefs and negative emotions. Your beliefs, as we discussed, are the blueprint for your reality, the very foundations upon which your experiences are built. Therefore, if you have limiting beliefs, such as "I am not good enough" or "I do not deserve success," you will continue to create experiences that reinforce those beliefs. It is like having a flawed blueprint for a house. The house will not stand. Therefore, it is critical to understand how to identify your limiting beliefs and then actively transmute them into empowering ones. You must first acknowledge these beliefs and then consciously choose new, empowering ones to replace them. For example, you could take "I am not good enough" and transform it into "I am worthy of everything I desire." This is not just positive thinking, it is active reprogramming. To help with this daily practice, write down a limiting belief and then write down the opposite empowering belief, and then use this belief as a daily affirmation to change the foundation of your reality. This is how you begin to rebuild your inner world. In addition to transmuting your beliefs, you must also learn how to transmute negative emotions, such as fear, anger, and doubt, into positive ones, such as courage, compassion, and confidence. These emotions are not enemies to be suppressed, but rather forms of energy that can be consciously directed. You are not a victim of your emotions, you are their master. It is critical that you fully embrace and accept these emotions, feel them fully, and then choose to transform them. Do not try to avoid them. For example, when you feel fear, do not try to suppress it. Instead, feel the fear fully and then choose to transmute it into courage. Allow the energy of the fear to transform into courage and then take actions from that place. This is not denial. It is transmutation. The power to transmute is the power to create. You must understand that resisting your negative emotions will only keep them present. It is embracing them and transmuting them that leads to freedom. By fighting them, you are giving them power. The key is to accept them fully, then consciously choose to transform them into something positive. These negative emotions are often the catalysts for powerful transformation, and it is when you embrace them that your true power begins to emerge. Consider the phoenix, rising from the ashes. Your negative emotions can become the ashes from which you rise into your highest potential. They are not to be avoided, they are to be mastered. In this process of transmutation, self-compassion is crucial. Transformation is a journey, not a destination, and there will be times of difficulty. The key is to not judge yourself, but to embrace yourself fully. This means that you accept both your light and dark sides. You are not perfect, and you will not always get it right. The key is to embrace yourself fully and to not engage in self-judgment. Your shadow is the path to the light. You must love it, you must embrace it, you must transform it. Your inner child needs love, not judgment, and that is how true transformation occurs. Be kind to yourself in this process, because that kindness is the key to unlocking your true potential. Now, let us explore the profound power of intention and will. Intention, as we have established, is the seed of manifestation, the starting point of your alchemical creations, and the clarity and focus of that intention is key to creating your desired result. A weak intention will create weak results, and a strong intention will create powerful results. Imagine a laser beam and a flashlight. A flashlight disperses light, and a laser beam focuses the light into a powerful beam. Your intentions work the same way, and the more clarity and focus that you have, the more powerful your result will be. This is the secret that made the alchemists work so effective, and that same secret is available to you now. This means that if your intention is vague and unclear, your manifestation will be the same. To enhance the power of your intention, use visualization, affirmations, and emotional alignment to fuel it. This means that it is not enough to just think an intention, you must also feel it and embody it. This combination creates a powerful force for manifestation. For instance, when you are setting an intention, imagine that it is already your current reality, feel the emotions that it brings, and embody that feeling in your actions. By doing this, you are creating a powerful energetic signature that will manifest into your experience. This aligns with the principle that was discussed earlier about living in the present moment, and this alignment creates a powerful magnetic force. The more you embody it, the more powerful it is. Your willpower is not about forcing outcomes, but about aligning yourself with the universal flow and making conscious choices based on your desired outcome. This aligns with the idea of a river. You do not try to stop the river, you align yourself with its current to get where you need to go, and you can use your willpower the same way. You are the one making the choices, you are the captain of your ship, and this knowledge will empower you to make better choices. Instead of pushing against the universe, you must learn to move with it, and your intention is how you navigate that river. The key is to align, not control. Mastering your intention is a critical aspect of embodying the alchemist. You must recognize your ability to shape your destiny by making conscious choices and by directing your energy with purpose. When you understand the power of your intention, you will understand your ability to create the world that you desire. Your intention is the steering wheel, and your actions are the car, and it is up to you to choose the path you are going to take. The power is always with you and not external to you. This power, this intention, is the key to creating the world that you desire. The alchemical process is not a singular event, but an ongoing journey of continuous self-discovery and transformation. This is not a destination that you reach. It is a spiral of growth that you constantly move through, a cycle of death and rebirth, light and darkness, chaos and order. This mirrors the cycles of nature and reminds us that transformation is a natural and ongoing process. True alchemists understand that growth is never complete. It is a continual cycle of learning, expanding, and evolving. The goal is not the destination, but the journey itself. Setbacks and challenges are not failures. They are integral parts of the alchemic process, acting as opportunities for growth and deeper self-understanding. These moments of darkness often reveal the areas that need attention and transformation. Rather than seeing them as obstacles, view them as learning opportunities, moments to grow, and to expand your understanding. Each challenge you face, each shadow you embrace, makes the next cycle more powerful than the last. The darkness is the path to the light, and without embracing the darkness, you cannot experience the light. To maintain this journey of alchemic transformation, consistency, intention, and self-awareness are key. It is crucial that you consistently dedicate yourself to daily practice, never losing sight of the long-term goal. The more consistent that you are, the more powerful your transformation will be. Use your intention to guide your actions, always making sure that you are taking steps towards your desired reality. Continually evaluate and adjust your practices based on what you have learned. When you feel like giving up, it is critical to remember the power of your intention. What did you intend to create? By remembering this, you will have a powerful tool to keep you moving forward. This entire alchemic journey aligns with the broader theme of spiritual awakening and self-mastery. You are not just transforming yourself, you are rediscovering who you truly are, and that is why this journey is so powerful. You are reclaiming your power as the alchemist of your own life, with the ability to shape your destiny. The secret is always within you, and the power is always yours for the taking, always and forever. The freedom that comes from this realization is the true goal of the alchemic process. Now it is time to begin merging with the idea of the alchemist. Understand that the real work is not about seeking something external, but embodying who you already are. The goal is not to find the gold, the goal is to become the gold. Consider those who have transformed their lives. They didn't get there by seeking, they did it by embodying. They stopped seeing themselves as someone searching for something, and they started seeing themselves as the manifestation of what they were seeking. They embody that future right now, and that shifted their entire reality. Shifting your self-perception is the first and most important step in embodying the alchemist. Challenge yourself now to recognize your own power and potential for self-transformation, for you are the jewel, the gold that you have been seeking. You have always possessed the key to unlocking your destiny. It has been there all along. You have been waiting for the answer, but the answer is you. It has always been you. You are whole, you are complete, and you are powerful. Do not wait for an external answer, you are that answer. Taking personal responsibility for creating your own reality is a key aspect of embodying the alchemist. You are not a victim, you are the driver of your own life, and you always have been. The power to change is not external to you, it is always internal, and it is always with you. The only thing standing in the way of your destiny is your own perspective. You are the one creating your limitations, and you also have the power to remove them. You are not a passive participant in the world, but an active creator with the power to shape your life and to create your ideal world. Do not underestimate your own power. You are capable of far more than you have been led to believe. You have the power to transform your world in any way that you choose. You are the artist, you are the canvas, and you are the masterpiece. You are the creator, and it is time to take ownership of that power. It is vital that we now discuss the ethical considerations of working with hidden knowledge and personal power. as true alchemy is always for the benefit of all beings. This power that you have discovered is not something to be taken lightly. Hidden knowledge, like a sharp blade, can be used to heal or harm, and it is up to you to choose its highest purpose. The choices that you make reveal the true depth of your spiritual growth, and it is crucial to always act from the highest perspective. Those who use the power of transformation for selfish gain will never find true happiness, as the universe will always balance itself. This is a universal law, and it is one that you cannot bypass. Consider a tree that is always giving of its fruit, and that is the model for true power. You must provide benefit to others if you want to experience benefit yourself. The power of the alchemist is one that is always used for the greater good. The universe always balances itself. Personal power is a tool for positive change, not for personal gain. Service to others is not just a noble act, it is an essential part of true spiritual growth, and it is the key to true fulfillment. The ability to serve, not to control, is where true power resides. When you dedicate your actions to the benefit of others, you align with the universal flow. The path to the highest version of yourself is always service to others. The transformation of just one person creates a ripple effect that benefits the entire world. When you transform everything around you, and by becoming your best self, you empower all of humanity to evolve. Therefore, never underestimate the power of your individual transformation, as the power to change the world lies within you. When you rise, you lift everyone with you. It is not selfish to focus on your transformation. It is one of the most selfless acts that you can do. Now that you understand the true nature of reality and the power of your intention and embodied action, prepare for the final step in this alchemical journey. The last pieces of the puzzle are about to be revealed, and you must understand that this final step is also just the beginning of a much larger journey. You have come so far, and you are now ready to claim your power. Let's reiterate the core concepts: reality as a projection, the power of beliefs, and the importance of focused intention. It is now more important than ever to embody all of that which you have learned. Understanding is only the starting point. You must now live these principles. It is not enough to know, you must embody. The knowledge itself has no power. It is your application of it that unlocks its magic. What awaits you when you fully embrace your role as the alchemist of your own life is beyond your current imagination. The freedom, the power, and the joy that awaits you are beyond comprehension, and you are now ready to step into this new reality. The magic is real, and it is about to be revealed, not outside of you, but within you. It has been within you all along. The final secret of the Philosopher's Stone is about to be revealed, and it is more profound than anything you could have ever imagined, so prepare yourself, because the final transformation is about to occur. The time for revelation has come. The Philosopher's Stone is not a mythic substance, nor an external object waiting to be discovered, but a profound symbol that represents your own innate potential and your inherent power. You are the jewel, the very gold that the alchemist sought, the treasure that you have been endlessly searching for. The map always leads back to you, and it always has. Consider the treasure maps of old, the ones that were always leading the adventurers to a far-off land. Yet what if the true treasure was not the destination itself, but the one holding the map? The true treasure is not buried somewhere, but is instead within you, the power to transform, the ability to manifest, and the endless potential to create. The alchemical journey is not about changing the world around you, but about transforming your very consciousness, and the process always leads you back to your truest self, the one that you have always been. By knowing yourself, by embracing the full spectrum of who you are, and by accepting your own power, you are engaging in the highest form of alchemical transmutation. Your true self is not the mask that you wear, it is the core of your being, and that is where the true power resides. This is the secret that has always been hidden in plain sight. You are the gold. The concept of transforming base metals into gold is not a literal process, but a powerful metaphor for the journey of transforming your own limiting beliefs and your self-imposed limitations into your empowered and limitless self. The lead represents the limiting thoughts, the fears, and the doubts that you have allowed to define your experience, and the gold represents the limitless potential that you hold within, the courage, the wisdom, and the unwavering self-confidence that is your birthright. Consider fear, for example. It is not an obstacle to be overcome, but a catalyst for transformation, and by embracing it fully, you can transmute it into courage, using the fear as fuel for your expansion. Doubt, like fear, is an energy that can be transformed into confidence, the knowing that you are capable of anything that you set your mind to, that you have the power to shape your world in any way that you choose, and that all that you have been searching for has always been available within you. The lead is anything that holds you back, and the gold is all of the power that you possess, and the choice to embrace the gold has always been up to you. The secret has always been within you, hidden like a gem, ready to be unlocked by your self-awareness, and you are always one decision away from remembering this truth. The power to transmute is within you, the alchemist and the gold, the creator and the creation, and this secret has always been hidden in plain sight, waiting for you to see it. The moment you become aware of this truth, you are already on your journey to becoming the alchemist of your own life. This is not a process that you must force, but a process that you must consciously choose, and when you step into this knowing, the entire universe will align with your intention. The knowledge alone will not give you the answer. It is the conscious application of the knowledge that will create the transformation. Consider a seed that is full of life, but cannot manifest into a tree until it is planted, watered, and nurtured. Your potential is that seed, and your choice is the action. The process of alchemy is not about waiting for something to change. It is about becoming the change that you wish to see, and that power is always yours, here and now. Embodying this truth and acting from a place of knowing rather than hopping is the key to unlocking the alchemical process. Intellectual understanding is vital, but it is not the same as embodying the desired state. The shift that occurs is the transition from knowing to being, and you must embrace your new identity before you will see it reflected in the world around you. Consider a person who is in perfect health. They don't merely think about being healthy, they are health itself, and that energy permeates every part of their experience, from their actions to the way that they speak, to the way they move. Their being is a testament to their truth, and that is where their power resides, and it's that same power that you have been seeking. Embodiment is the key that activates the alchemical process, and it is the living expression of your truth. When you act from the knowing that you are already the gold, rather than from the desire to become gold, you move into a state of effortless manifestation, and this means that you don't wait for success. You become success itself. Consider someone who is already living their ideal reality. Their actions are not born from a place of longing, but from a place of already having. They do not need to wait to become, because they already are, and the universe responds to that frequency. This means that the shift is not external, but internal, and the key to manifestation is not about waiting, but about being. The external is simply the mirror of the internal, and your actions are simply an expression of your inner state. Your reality is a reflection, and it has no choice but to reflect back to you what you are. Living from this new state is not merely about thinking positive thoughts. It is about taking actions that are completely congruent with your true potential and your inherent power. The universe responds to actions, not just thoughts, and it is waiting for you to act so that it can then respond. Consider the idea of creating a positive feedback loop. When you take aligned action, it creates a positive response from the universe, which reinforces your new state of being, which then leads to even faster manifestation, and therefore, this loop is self-reinforcing and powerful. Therefore, the key is to not just think about being the gold, but to live, breathe, and act from the space that you are already the gold, that you are already whole and complete, and to embody your highest potential in every moment and in every action that you take. Therefore, the key is to release the feeling that you must become something that you are not, because you already are what you seek. Your wholeness is not something that you must achieve, it is something that you must recognize, and once you remember that, the entire journey shifts. You are already complete, you are already whole, and you are already the gold. It is not something that you become, it is something that you embrace, and the power to do that has always resided within you. Therefore, you do not need to wait to be the gold, you simply must choose to recognize that you always have been, and the entire universe will respond to this truth. The process of alchemical transformation is deeply connected to self-awareness and the ability to recognize and then consciously transmute your self-imposed limitations and not external forces. The true prison is not the world around you, but the one that you have built for yourself, the self-perceptions and limiting beliefs that have kept you bound. When you begin to see the bars of your own cage, you begin to unlock the door, and those self-imposed limits begin to dissolve. Consider those who have achieved remarkable things in their lives. They did not do so by accepting the limitations of others, they did so by transcending their own. The ability to see beyond the limitations and to see them for what they are is the beginning of true freedom. You are always one decision away from remembering the truth of who you are. The dark night of the soul, the Negrito in alchemical terms, is not a moment to be feared, but instead is a critical part of the journey, for it allows you to explore the depths of those self-imposed limits, and it's by embracing these shadows that you unlock the door to freedom. Consider the image of a tree. Its roots must grow into the darkness in order for the tree to reach the light, and it's the same for you. These shadows are not to be avoided, they are to be embraced, for they are the source of your greatest power, and by integrating these shadow parts, you expand your awareness and release yourself from the bonds of your self-imposed prisons. Therefore, it is within the darkness that you find your true freedom, for the darkness is always the path to the light, and by integrating your shadows, you become whole. The emotions of fear and doubt and other limiting emotions are not obstacles to be avoided, but are instead to be embraced and transmuted. They are the fuel for your transformation and not the enemy that you must fight, and the power to consciously convert these emotions into courage and confidence resides within you. Instead of running from these feelings, allow them to guide you, to teach you, and to propel you forward on your path. Consider a rocket, it cannot fly without the fuel, and your emotions are your fuel. When you resist, you create friction. When you embrace, you create power. Therefore, when you feel fear, do not suppress it. Instead, embrace it fully, feel it, and then consciously choose to transmute it into courage, and then act from the space of that courage. You are not a victim of your emotions, you are their master. True freedom is not the absence of limitations, but the ability to consciously choose your responses and to create your own experiences. Your emotions are not the boss of you, they are instead the fuel for your transformation, and it is the way that you choose to engage with these emotions that will determine your experience. The goal is not to control your emotions, the goal is to transmute them. You are the creator of your reality, and you are always the one choosing, and it's this conscious choice that is the key to true power and to the true freedom that the alchemist sought. You have the power to consciously create your reality, and that power is always with you, available here and now. The Hermetic principle of as above, so below reveals that your internal state directly creates your external reality, and therefore, inner transformation will lead to outer manifestations. This connection is not a theory, it is a fundamental law of the universe, and what happens within you will always manifest in your world around you. Consider the ripple effect of a single drop of water. Your inner state is that single drop, and your external world is the ripple that it creates, and as your inner world shifts, your outer world will follow in perfect harmony. The external is always a mirror of the internal, and you have the power to change both by focusing on the internal. Your inner world is the foundation upon which you build your outer world. By mastering your inner world, you gain mastery over your outer experiences, and when you understand how your inner state is the magnet that attracts your experiences, you become a master of your own destiny. Consider how a person who is emotionally stable tends to attract more positivity into their life, while a person who is emotionally unstable tends to attract more chaos. Your emotional state is the frequency that determines what you attract, and therefore, your inner world determines your outer world. The power to shape your reality comes from the power to shape your inner state, and by changing your inner frequency, you change the magnet that determines what you attract. This knowledge empowers you to become the master of your own experience. When your inner and outer realities are in complete alignment, you experience a state of flow, ease, and effortless manifestation, which is the true state of power, and when that alignment occurs, magic becomes a part of your daily life. Consider those who are living in complete alignment with their purpose. Their lives are filled with an abundance of magic, and they effortlessly create the life of their dreams. The universe flows with them and through them. This is not a state that is only available to a chosen few. This is a state that is available to everyone, and it is always within your reach. When you align your inner world with your outer world, life flows effortlessly, and abundance becomes your natural state. This interconnectedness means that you are not separate from your desires. They are already a part of you, and all that is required is your conscious intention and the alignment of your inner state with the reality that you desire. You are not reaching for something external. You are remembering what is already an intrinsic part of you, and your power lies in the knowing that you are whole and that you are complete right now. The truth is that what you seek is already within you, waiting to be remembered. The power that you are discovering must always be used for the benefit of all, and therefore, true power is always aligned with the highest good, and any misuse of this power will ultimately lead to negative consequences. The universe always balances, and there is no way to bypass this universal law, for what you give will always return to you. Consider those who have used hidden knowledge for selfish gain. Their actions always resulted in negative consequences, because when you act against the greater good, you act against yourself, and the universe always balances. The knowledge that you are now discovering must always be used to benefit all of humanity. Your personal transformation is not separate from the collective transformation. It is a vital part of the whole, and the evolution of one person will always help elevate all of humanity. Therefore, your personal journey is not a selfish act. It is an essential part of collective freedom, and by rising into your highest potential, you are enabling all of humanity to rise as well. Consider how the light of one candle can light countless others. Your transformation is the same. Therefore, never underestimate the power of your own personal growth. Integrity, compassion, and humility are essential virtues on this alchemical journey. The true alchemist embodies these virtues and understands that they are not separate from their power, and any deviation will always be a sign that the work is incomplete. Consider those who have embodied these virtues. Their actions have always been a source of good in the world, and their impact always ripples out positively. The true alchemist always acts from a place of love and service, and that is where their true power resides. These virtues are not limitations, they are the guiding principles to your true power. The responsibility that comes with this hidden knowledge demands a high level of self-awareness and a commitment to always acting from the highest perspective, and this knowledge must never be misused. Your actions must always be aligned with love and with service, not for personal gain. The power that you have discovered is not to be taken lightly. It must always be used with the greatest level of integrity, compassion, and humility, as this is the path to true freedom. You must always act from a place of love and service. You are now ready to fully embrace your role as the alchemist of your own life. You are the stone that you have been seeking, and the power that you have been searching for has always been within you. It is time to acknowledge your true identity, to step into the fullness of your potential, and to take ownership of your own inherent power. The time has come to take charge of your life and to embrace the alchemist within. The power that you have been seeking is now ready to be claimed. The alchemical process is not about becoming someone that you are not. It is about remembering who you already are beneath the layers of limiting beliefs and the conditioning of the external world. You are the gold, not a seeker, and you do not need to become anything, you only need to remember the truth of your being. Consider the sculptor who is carving the stone. The masterpiece is not added to the stone, it is revealed from within, and your true self is that same masterpiece, waiting to be revealed. Your authentic self is waiting for you to remember who you truly are. Your true power comes from recognizing and embodying your authentic self, and not from seeking external validation or the achievement of outside goals. The goal is not to become, it is to simply remember, and that key to remembering has always resided within you. Your power comes from within and not from the external world, and once you embrace the truth of who you are, the world will respond. The goal is not to become, it is to remember. You must now let go of the limited identity that you have created for yourself, and embrace your limitless potential as a conscious creator, because the power has always been with you, and the power to choose your reality has always been your birthright. You are a powerful creator, and it is time to acknowledge and embody that power. The time for self-doubt is over, and the time to remember who you have always been has arrived. You are the alchemist, you are the gold. Transformation is not a destination, but an ongoing journey of self-discovery and empowerment, and each stage is a stepping stone that leads to greater expansion and understanding. This is not a race, it is an exploration of self, and it never stops. It is a continual unfolding, and each cycle is more powerful than the last. The journey is the reward, and it is your continuous growth that is the key to happiness and fulfillment. To continue on this journey, it is critical to maintain a daily practice with clear intention and consistent action. Your transformation is not a burst of motivation. It is a consistent practice of aligning your inner state with your desired reality. This practice is your daily alchemy, your consistent commitment to your own growth, and the key is in the consistency, not in the intensity, of your efforts. It is the consistency that creates lasting change. Trust your intuition, trust your inner guidance, and always embrace the unknown, knowing that you are the ultimate authority over your life. There is no outside source that can give you the answers that you seek. The answers are always within. Consider those who have trusted their inner guidance. Their intuition has always led them to miraculous places, and it is this same guidance that will lead you on your path. Your true guidance always comes from within. Your individual alchemical journey is part of the greater story of human evolution and the collective awakening of consciousness, and your individual transformation plays a vital part in this process. When you transform everything, and when you rise into your highest potential, you elevate everyone around you. Your individual journey is never separate from the greater story of humanity. Personal transformation transforms everything. The concepts that we have explored reveal that the Philosopher's Stone is a metaphor for your own internal power and limitless potential, and it's within you that the real alchemy takes place. The power to change your world is always within you, and the journey has always been about self-discovery and self-mastery. It was never about finding something external. It was always about remembering who you truly are. The personal responsibility of creating your own reality is the ultimate form of empowerment, and once you fully embrace this understanding, the world will never look the same. You are the driver of your own life, and the power to change has always resided within you, and now you understand how to use it. You are the creator, and you are also the creation. The power is within you, and you have always had it. Now it's time to fully embrace it. The transformation that awaits you when you fully embody the principles of personal alchemy is beyond your current understanding, and the freedom, the power, and the joy that are waiting for you are now within your reach. This is not just a theory. This is a practical path to creating your own ideal life, and you are now ready to step onto that path. You now have the secret, and it is time to use it. The time for transformation is now. Are you ready to step into your power? Now that you understand that the power to transform resides within you, the journey takes a profound turn, and we must now delve into the advanced techniques that will allow you to actively transmute your emotional landscape and reprogram your limiting beliefs. For it is through this mastery that you will truly become the alchemist of your own existence. The path is not merely about acknowledging your power, it is about actively utilizing it, and you must now understand how to not just feel your emotions, but to transform them into the fuel for your expansion, consciously directing your intentions with precision and focus, bringing that which has been hidden into the light of awareness. The power to choose your emotional state is always within you. It is not something that is given, but something that you claim, and this journey is about remembering how to consciously wield this ability. It's not enough to simply be aware of your emotions, it is time to master them. The key to advanced emotional transmutation lies not in suppressing or avoiding difficult emotions, but in understanding that they are powerful energies that can be consciously converted into their higher expressions. Consider the feeling of fear. Instead of running from it, you can consciously transmute that fear into courage, using the very energy of the fear as the fuel for your bravery, and therefore, you become the master of your emotions instead of the victim of them. This is not about pretending the fear doesn't exist. It is about recognizing it as an energy that you can direct at will. The power to transmute is not just a concept, it is a skill that you must develop. The root cause of a negative emotion is always a limiting belief, and you must address this root cause, or the emotion will continue to return. These limiting beliefs are the subconscious programs that determine your emotional responses, and once you understand these patterns, you can consciously rewrite them. The journey is not about becoming something new, but about releasing that which is not truly you. The transmutation process starts with acknowledging that you have the power, and then using it. To begin the process of conscious transmutation, you must first become aware of the specific vibrational frequency of each emotion, and then consciously shift that frequency through the combined power of breathwork, visualization, and focused intention. Consider a musical note. It is not a static entity, but a frequency that can be altered, and your emotions work the same way. When you consciously engage with your breath, you not only calm your nervous system, but you also tap into a deep well of energy, the life force that flows through all of creation. And when you combine this with visualization, you create a powerful energy that can shift your emotions in an instant. For example, if you are feeling anger, you can use deep, slow breaths to calm the nervous system, and then visualize the anger transforming into compassion. And by holding that vision with focused intention, you begin to actively rewrite the emotional program. The key is not to fight the emotion, but to allow it to transmute, and by using your intention, you become the master of the process. The practice is not about suppressing your emotions, but transmuting them into their higher expressions. You are not the emotion, you are the one who chooses it. Self-forgiveness and self-acceptance are paramount in the process of emotional transmutation, and you must remember that it is not about achieving perfection, but embracing all parts of yourself with love and compassion. The path of the alchemist is not without its challenges, and you must be gentle with yourself throughout the process. Understand that it is okay to feel the full spectrum of human emotions, and that avoiding these emotions will only strengthen their grip on you. Consider a wave. It cannot be stopped, it can only be ridden, and your emotions are similar. True transformation comes from acknowledging the emotion, feeling it, and then consciously choosing to transform it. When you embrace all parts of yourself, you unlock the doors to your true potential. The key is to feel it, then change it, and then embrace yourself for feeling it. This is not about self-condemnation, it is about self-compassion. Mastering emotional transmutation allows you to experience greater resilience and inner peace, and it provides you with the ability to navigate even the most challenging situations with grace and wisdom. Your emotions no longer dictate your experience. You become the conscious observer and the master of your own emotional landscape. Consider those who have mastered their emotions. Their presence brings a sense of calm and stability, and they are never victims of their circumstances. Their strength comes not from suppressing their emotions, but transmuting them. It is not about controlling your emotions, it's about understanding them and transmuting them into the states that you desire. This skill is essential for any true alchemist, and it's now time to begin practicing it every day. Your emotional state is not a prison, it is your greatest power. The next step in your journey involves consciously reprogramming your limiting beliefs by actively creating new, empowering narratives. And it is through this act of mental alchemy that you will transform the very foundation of your reality. You must recognize that your beliefs are not fixed, they are merely programs that can be rewritten, and that your entire life experience is shaped by your perception of truth, which is really just the collection of your beliefs. Consider a computer program. It can be updated or rewritten, and the same is true of your belief system. Limiting beliefs are like chains that hold you back from your true potential, and now it's time to break free by creating a powerful new set of empowering beliefs, which will act like a blueprint for your ideal life. The power to rewrite your story has always been within you. The process of rewriting limiting beliefs involves first identifying the beliefs that no longer serve you, and then consciously crafting new beliefs that support the life that you want to create. The first step is simply awareness, and without self-awareness, no change can occur. The key is to shine the light of awareness on the subconscious programs that are running your life, and then you can begin to rewrite them. Consider a gardener. They must first pull out the weeds before they can plant new seeds, and this process is similar to how you must rewrite your beliefs. One very powerful tool is the creation of a belief journal, where you can track your limiting beliefs and then rewrite them into positive affirmations. These affirmations are not simply words, they are declarations of your new truth, and with consistent application, they will take root in your subconscious. The key is that you must believe the new affirmation as if it is already your reality. You are not just rewriting your beliefs, you are rewriting the story of your life. Once you have identified a new empowering belief, you can amplify its power through the use of visualization, combined with sensory experiences, and this will help to create a deeper resonance with the new belief, making it feel more real. The key is to use all 5 senses and to feel the new belief as if it is your current reality, and you must fully embody the new belief as if it is already true. Consider a person who has reached their ideal goals. They do not just imagine it, they embody it with every fiber of their being, and it is the same for you. This isn't about just thinking a positive thought. It's about creating a living experience, and it is that experience that will create a new reality. You are not just visualizing, you are pre-experiencing your new reality. Mental rehearsal is another powerful tool for reinforcing these new beliefs by constantly practicing your new reality in your mind's eye. This process is not simply imagining. It is pre-experiencing the life you wish to live, and by acting as if your desired future is already your current reality, you bring it into being with greater speed and efficiency. The power of the mind is the power to create, and the key is in the rehearsal, and the more you rehearse, the more powerful it becomes. The universe will always respond to what you project, and by projecting your new reality, you are actively shaping the world around you. It is not simply a belief, it is the key to your destiny. The process of belief reprogramming is not a one-time event. It is a consistent practice that requires ongoing self-awareness and dedication, and you must continually monitor your thoughts and feelings and make adjustments when necessary. This is not about achieving perfection, it's about continually growing and refining your craft. Consider a musician. They do not master their craft in one day, they practice consistently over time. The same is true for you. Your commitment to this process is the fuel for your transformation, and the more you practice, the easier it will become. The ability to choose your thoughts is the ability to choose your destiny. It is a skill that requires consistent effort, but one that always pays off in the end. Directing your intention with precision and focus is essential for manifesting your desired outcomes, and you must now learn how to consciously wield the laser-like power of your mind to create with absolute clarity. Intention is not just a wish, It is a focused energy that directs the flow of manifestation, and the clearer your intention, the more direct your results will be. Consider a laser. It is not a broad beam of light, it is a focused point, and the same is true of your intention. If your intention is vague, the results will also be vague, and if your intention is clear, the results will be aligned. The universe responds to precision and clarity, and therefore, you must have an exact picture of what you want to create. Vagueness leads to vagueness, clarity leads to clarity. Emotional alignment and congruent actions are essential to amplify the power of your intention. Your thoughts, feelings, and actions must all be pointing in the same direction. This is not about just thinking something, it's about fully embodying it, and when your intentions, emotions, and actions are in alignment, the power of your manifestation is amplified exponentially. Consider a car. The engine, the fuel, and the direction all need to be aligned for the car to go forward, and the same is true for your intentions. The universe will always respond to the frequency of your being, and when your being is aligned with your intention, anything is possible. Your thoughts and feelings are the blueprint, and your actions are the structure that will support that blueprint in the physical world. The universe responds to alignment. Creating a mental blueprint for your desired outcomes will help you to consciously direct your intentions with even greater precision by creating a detailed image of the reality that you desire, making it easier for the universe to match that picture in your physical world. The more detailed your blueprint, the more precise the manifestation will be, and you must make it as real as possible, engaging all 5 senses and adding as much detail as you can. Consider an architect who is designing a building. They must create detailed blueprints first before any physical construction begins, and the same is true for you. Your mental blueprint is the foundation upon which you will build your reality. The key is in the clarity of the image. Remember that the universe responds to the energy of certainty and aligned action, and not just wishful thinking, and therefore, your ability to believe is the fuel that will activate your manifestation. The universe does not respond to hopes or wishes. It responds to your unwavering certainty and your consistent actions. Consider a plant. It cannot grow if it does not receive consistent care, and the same is true for your manifestation. You must nurture your intentions with consistent effort and an unwavering belief. You must work with the universe instead of against it. Your certainty is the power behind your manifestations. It's the fuel. The universe is waiting for you to step into your power. The true test of your alchemical mastery is in how you apply these principles to everyday life, and you must now learn how to transform even the most mundane situations into opportunities for personal and spiritual growth. Life is not just a series of random events. Every moment is an opportunity for transformation. This means that you can use conflict, stress, and your own personal goals as areas where you can master your alchemical abilities and create profound transformation within your own experience. Consider a chef who can transform raw ingredients into a culinary masterpiece. You are the alchemist who can transform your own life into a work of art. Each situation is an opportunity to practice your craft. The goal is to make every moment a part of your alchemical practice. Transforming challenges into opportunities for growth is a key skill for the alchemist, and when you understand that all external situations are a reflection of your internal state, you will realize that every challenge is a chance for inner mastery. The external is always a mirror of the internal, and when you change the inside, the outside will follow. Consider a mirror. It will always reflect back to you whatever you present to it, and your reality works the same way. Your challenges are not obstacles, they are your greatest teachers. These situations are designed to show you where you need to grow. The key is to learn from them, and to then move forward with even greater wisdom and compassion. Challenges are the tests that will reveal how far you have grown. Every single moment offers you an opportunity for alchemical transformation. From the way you make conscious choices to how you respond to others, you can choose to transform every single interaction with your environment into an opportunity for growth. This is not a practice for when things are bad. It's something that you must use every single moment of every day, and your entire life becomes a training ground for alchemical mastery. The alchemist lives in the present moment, fully aware of their choices and their potential to manifest. Consider a painter who can turn a blank canvas into a masterpiece. Your life is that canvas, and you are the artist. You are the one choosing the colors and patterns. Your potential is always present in every single moment. Mindfulness and self-awareness are your greatest tools in daily life, and by becoming the conscious observer of your thoughts and actions, you begin to see the patterns and to then choose different outcomes. You are not your thoughts, you are the observer of your thoughts, and that is where your power resides. By observing, you are able to see the self-imposed limitations that you have placed upon yourself, and when you do this, you can then choose new patterns, which will lead you to greater freedom and empowerment. Consider a scientist who observes an experiment. They are not part of the experiment, but they are observing it, and you are the scientist of your own life. The ability to observe is the ability to create conscious change, and by being present in every moment, you claim your inherent power. Mindfulness is the key to true freedom. The power of advanced visualization techniques now becomes available to you as you learn to create detailed mental realities that use all of your senses, and by making these visualizations as real as possible, you amplify the power of manifestation exponentially. Visualization is not just about seeing, it is about feeling, and it is by engaging all of your senses that you create a powerful blueprint that is easily manifested into your reality. Consider a movie director. They must visualize the scene in great detail before any of it is ever put on film, and the same is true for you. The more real it feels, the faster it manifests. Visualization is the language of creation, and it is through this language that you will create the life of your dreams. Make sure that you are using all of your senses. The power of visualization lies in the ability to pre-experience desired outcomes, creating a stronger alignment between your inner world and the external world. And when you feel as if the desired outcome is already present, you accelerate the manifestation process. The key is to feel the reality as if it is already here, and that feeling will guide you towards that reality. Consider someone who is already living the life of their dreams. They are not striving for it, they are embodying it, and you must do the same. The universe does not differentiate between what is real and what is imagined. It only responds to the frequency of your being. When you visualize, feel, and embody the outcome you wish to experience, you align your inner world with that desire and bring it into being. Your reality is a reflection of your visualization. The emotional component is the fuel that makes visualization so potent, and you must learn to embody the positive emotions associated with the desired outcome, not just pretend to feel them. Your feelings are the keys that unlock the door to manifestation, and the universe responds most powerfully to true feeling. This is not about simply thinking positive thoughts, it is about feeling those positive thoughts. Consider a flame. It is the heat and the light of the flame that bring its energy to life, and your emotions are the fuel that bring your manifestations to life. Pretending will never work. It must be authentic. The feeling is the key that unlocks the door. Your true feelings are what shape your reality. Consistent visualization, combined with aligned action and unwavering belief, creates a powerful energetic force that attracts the manifestation of your desired outcomes, and doubt is the only thing that can block this. Your actions must support your vision, and your belief must be unwavering. Consider the unwavering focus of the sun. Its power is constant and consistent, and that's the same energy that you must create. You are the sun of your own reality. Doubt is the only thing that can stop you, and that doubt comes from your own thoughts, so you must choose thoughts that support your manifestation. The clearer the picture, the clearer the manifestation. Your power is only limited by your belief. Ethical considerations must always be paramount in your alchemical practice, for the intention behind your actions is the most important factor in the use of your power. This is not about using power for personal gain, it is about using power in service of the greater good. Consider a surgeon who is wielding their tools. They must always act with the best interest of their patients in mind, and the same must be true of you. Your intentions must always be aligned with love and service, never with ego. The intention is everything. The power you now wield must be used for the highest good, and it's critical that you avoid the misuse of these principles for any personal gain, understanding that true power comes from service to others. Your actions must always be in alignment with the greater good, for when you act against that good, you also act against yourself. Consider those who have misused their power. Their actions have always resulted in negative consequences, for what you give will always return to you. True power comes from service, and that service must be to all of humanity. Personal gain is never empowering. Humility, integrity, and compassion are essential guiding principles in all actions, and you must embody these virtues as the true measure of your alchemical growth. These virtues are not limitations, they are the key to your greatest power, and it is only through these principles that you will become truly free. Consider those who have lived by these virtues. Their actions are always a blessing to the world, and their influence always inspires others. The true alchemist is always guided by these virtues. These principles are the foundations of your power. Personal transformation is not just about individual benefit. It is about the collective well-being of all of humanity, and the alchemist understands that their work is not just for them, but for the world to evolve. The ripple effect of your personal transformation will be felt by all, and when you become more free, you are creating greater freedom for everyone. Your individual growth supports the collective growth. Consider a single tree in a forest. It supports the entire ecosystem, and your transformation has that same power. Your individual journey is an essential part of the whole. The ancient wisdom of alchemy is more relevant than ever, and you must now recognize that the principles we've explored apply directly to modern challenges, and you can now use that ancient wisdom as a guide for navigating modern life. These ancient principles are not relics of the past. They are powerful tools for creating change right now, and they are now more important than ever. Consider those who have been using these principles throughout history. Their wisdom has always been relevant, and it always will be. Ancient wisdom provides a timeless guide for modern life. Your understanding can help shape the modern world. You can now integrate these principles into all areas of your life, including your work, relationships, and personal development, creating a seamless blend of ancient wisdom and modern applications. And these principles are not just for spiritual growth. They are powerful tools for navigating every facet of the human experience. Consider those who have applied these principles to every area of their life. Their success is always a result of that total application. Your entire life is an alchemical laboratory. All parts of your life are opportunities to practice. The understanding of these principles is now essential for navigating the complexities of modern life, and when you apply these principles, you will be empowered to make powerful choices that will align you with the life you were meant to live. Ancient wisdom is now your greatest tool, and by using it, you will be guided on your path to freedom and purpose. The world needs your wisdom, and it is time to use it. By embracing this wisdom, you can navigate the complexities of the world with greater clarity. You must now understand that the alchemist is not just a figure of the past. The alchemist is a model for how you must live in the present, and the time to step into this role is now, as you have the power, the wisdom, and the tools to fully embrace your true potential. The time to embody the alchemist is now. You have the knowledge, now you must take action. The past is gone, the future is not here yet. The time to be present is now. The world is waiting for you to step into your power. Now that you have all the pieces of the puzzle, it's time to see the complete picture and to fully understand the true power that you possess, the power that will soon be unleashed. The final transformation is upon us, and it is time to acknowledge the incredible power that you have been cultivating through your focused practice. You have all the pieces of the puzzle, and it is time to see how they all fit together. The time for the final reveal has arrived. Remember that the power to transform lies within you and not in external forces. You are the key to your own freedom, and this power has always been within your reach, always waiting to be discovered. The power is not out there, it has always been here with you. The answer that you have been looking for has always been within you. Now that you are ready to step into that power, you can create the life that you have always dreamed of. The profound shifts in perception and consciousness that occur when you embody the alchemist within are beyond your current understanding, and the magic that you are about to experience is beyond anything that you can imagine right now. The true magic is about to unfold, and the universe is waiting for you to claim your power. You are on the verge of the most profound transformation of your life, and you are ready for this final stage of your journey. Get ready to be amazed. The final transformation is about to begin. Are you ready to step into your true power? The time has come to not just understand alchemy, but to embody it, to live as the very philosopher's stone you have been seeking, transforming from a seeker of knowledge into a living embodiment of its power. For this is not about intellectual understanding. It is about a state of being, a conscious choice to live every moment from a place of wholeness, empowerment, and service, and to become the living, breathing manifestation of the alchemical process, forever transforming, forever growing. The true secret has always been to become the stone, to embody the very transformation you seek, and when you begin to live from this place of wholeness, your entire life becomes an alchemical process of continuous growth and discovery. The true power is in the embodiment, not in the idea, and that is the key to true liberation. To live as the philosopher's stone means to move beyond the limitations of the mind and to become a living expression of your highest potential by consistently making choices that align with your deepest truth, not merely speaking of transformation, but embodying it with every action and every breath. For when you live as the stone, you are living as a conscious co-creator. And your very presence becomes a force for positive change, illuminating the path for others to awaken to their own potential, and your life becomes a beacon of light, a living testament to the power of transformation. This embodiment is not a destination. It is a journey that you must consciously choose to walk every single day. Living as the stone means living as a walking embodiment of the universal principles, always reflecting truth and authenticity. This embodiment is not a passive state. It requires daily practices that align your actions with your highest intentions, and you must now begin to incorporate conscious self-reflection, intentionality, and aligned action into your daily life, transforming even the most mundane activities into acts of personal and spiritual growth. Consider a skilled musician who practices daily. Their dedication shapes their mastery, and your dedicated practice will shape your embodiment of the stone. Your daily life is your laboratory, and every single moment is an opportunity to practice your alchemical craft. The alchemist is always practicing, always growing. This practice is not something that you do, it is something that you become. The consistent embodiment of the philosopher's stone manifests as an unshakable clarity, unwavering confidence, and an abiding inner peace, which is not something that you can achieve. It is something that you must become. When you live from this state of empowerment, your actions are guided by your intuition, your words carry the weight of truth, and your presence has the power to uplift and inspire everyone you encounter. And that power is the direct result of your inner transformation, making it not just a state of being, but the cause of concrete, positive changes in the world. Think of a lighthouse. It's not just a structure, it's a beacon of light that guides ships safely to shore, and your life can be that same guiding beacon. The outer experience is always a mirror of your inner state. Remember that this consistent embodiment is not just the method, it is the very secret to accessing the full potential of the alchemical process. For the alchemist's journey is not about the destination, but rather about the conscious and continual being throughout, and that the initial intention is important. It is the sustained embodiment of that intention that is the ultimate key. Consider an athlete who trains daily. It is not the first intention to train, it is the consistent embodiment of that intention that leads to mastery, and this same dedication must be applied to your alchemical journey. The doing and the being are essential aspects of this process, and both are necessary. The key is not the intention, it is the embodiment. Now you must integrate alchemical principles into every aspect of your daily life, using these powerful tools for emotional transmutation, belief reprogramming, and conscious creation, and understand that the challenges and opportunities that come your way are not obstacles, but are catalysts for profound growth, and therefore, you can use any challenging situation as an opportunity to consciously create a new reality, a more empowering outcome. Consider the craftsman who turns raw materials into a work of art. You must now turn all of your experiences into opportunities for your growth. The power to transform your life is always available to you. When faced with a stressful situation, begin by consciously observing your emotional response without judgment, and instead of reacting automatically, you can choose to engage the transmutation process, consciously shifting your feelings of stress into a feeling of calm through focused intention and deep breathing exercises. Understand that your emotional response is not fixed. You can choose it at will. Visualize the stress melting away like ice under the sun, and you will consciously reprogram your emotional reaction, creating a positive outcome. Think of a gardener carefully tending to their plants. You must consciously nurture your internal state, which will then create an improved external world. The power to choose your emotional state is always within you. Navigating difficult relationships also becomes an opportunity for alchemical practice by applying principles of empathy and understanding to transform conflict into connection. Instead of responding with anger or defensiveness, you can consciously choose to see the other person with compassion, understanding that their actions are a reflection of their own internal struggles, and by responding with love, you create a pathway to healing and understanding. Consider a bridge that connects two sides of a chasm. You must be the bridge in your relationships, connecting through empathy and compassion. Your conscious choices will always create a new experience. Every interaction can become an opportunity for alchemical mastery. When you face personal setbacks, remember that they are integral parts of the alchemical cycle of death and rebirth, and instead of seeing these challenges as failures, you can view them as valuable lessons that provide opportunities for growth and resilience. And by consciously choosing to learn from these setbacks, you unlock even more profound levels of inner strength. Consider the phoenix who rises from the ashes, and you too can rise from your setbacks with even greater power. Challenges are not obstacles, they are steps on your path. Every setback can become a catalyst for even greater success. Even mundane tasks offer opportunities for alchemical practice, as you bring mindfulness and intention to each act, understanding that it is not the activity itself, but the intention behind it that transforms the experience, and that every single task, no matter how insignificant it may appear, is an opportunity to embody the presence and awareness of the alchemist. Consider the potter who carefully shapes the clay. They bring intention and presence to their work, which transforms it into something meaningful, and that is the same power that you possess. The sacredness is not in the task, it's in the intention you bring to it. The alchemist sees the sacred in every single action. Washing the dishes, cooking a meal, or even walking to the store can become spiritual practices when you perform them with full presence and a heart filled with gratitude. By consciously engaging with the present moment, you transform these ordinary actions into acts of devotion and create profound meaning in all aspects of your life. Imagine a monk who is mindfully sweeping the floor. It is not just the act of sweeping, it is an act of devotion, and that same devotion is what will transform your life. Every action is an opportunity for presence. The sacred is always found in the present moment. Every interaction becomes an opportunity for conscious co-creation, and when you approach every exchange with the intention of contributing something positive, you create a more harmonious and fulfilling experience. Understanding that all of your interactions are opportunities to use your power for the highest good, and you are not just a passive observer, you are always co-creating your reality. Imagine two artists collaborating on a single painting. Each adds something beautiful to the final product, and that is the same power you have in your relationships. The more conscious you become, the more powerful your creations will become. Every moment offers you an opportunity to manifest your intentions. True alchemy is not confined to formal practices. It is an ongoing state of awareness that infuses every aspect of your life, creating a seamless continuity between the spiritual and the practical, for the alchemist lives in a constant state of presence and sees all of life as an opportunity for transformation. Consider a dancer who moves with grace and purpose. Their entire life is a dance, and the same is true of your alchemical practice. Your entire life is an opportunity to embody the power of the stone. Every breath, every step, every action must be aligned with your intention. The cyclical nature of transformation and growth reveals that the alchemical journey is an endless spiral of death and rebirth, and not a linear path to a specific destination, which means that there is no such thing as arriving, there is only ever more growth. The alchemical process is a continuous unfolding of potential, and with every cycle of transformation, you will shed your old limitations and emerge with greater wisdom, strength, and understanding. Think of the seasons that continuously flow from one cycle into the next. Your life is a similar cycle of constant transformation. Each cycle builds on the previous and moves you towards greater awareness. Setbacks and challenges are not detours from your path. They are integral parts of the transformational cycle, presenting opportunities for profound self-understanding and deeper personal power. And when you embrace these difficult moments, they become catalysts for accelerated growth, propelling you forward into greater awareness. Consider the blacksmith who uses the heat to forge a stronger tool. You must use your challenges to forge your own strength. Challenges are the catalysts for greater growth. The universe always responds to your challenges by giving you greater power. Each cycle of transformation builds upon the previous, creating a spiral of growth, with each new cycle more powerful than the last. This never-ending process of refining your inner landscape leads to greater levels of empowerment and an increased ability to consciously create your reality. Imagine a spiral staircase that is constantly ascending. You are always moving upward and always gaining greater wisdom. The cycle of transformation is always moving upward. Each cycle is more powerful than the last. Navigating the cycles of transformation with grace and wisdom requires embracing the process, surrendering to the ebb and flow of life, and understanding that resistance only amplifies the challenge. By releasing the need to control, you allow the universe to guide your path, creating a more effortless and fulfilling journey. Consider a river. It flows freely, and when it meets an obstacle, it moves around it, never resisting its natural course, and you must follow the same universal wisdom. Surrender to the flow, and the journey will always be easier. Resistance always leads to suffering. The power of your intention is enhanced through clarity, specificity, and emotional alignment, making it essential to hone your focus in order to make your manifestations more powerful, and you must now learn how to consciously refine your intention, bringing a laser-like focus to all of your desired outcomes. When your intention is clear, the manifestation will be even clearer. Think of an archer who focuses their attention on the target. It is their focus that guides their arrow to its mark, and the same focus must be applied to your intentions. The clearer the intention, the more powerful the manifestation. You can now use your focused intention to navigate your daily challenges, consciously transforming obstacles into opportunities for expansion, using each situation as an opportunity to create a positive outcome. And when you approach your challenges with this perspective, your life becomes a testament to your power, and your ability to create your own destiny. Consider a sculptor who transforms a block of stone into a work of art. You are the sculptor of your own life. Intention is your greatest power. The more focused your intention, the more powerful your transformation. The universe responds to the energy of your intention, and therefore, it's not just about thinking about something, but about embodying and acting in alignment with your desired outcome. And when you act as if your goal is already present, you send a powerful message to the universe that will speed your manifestation. Imagine a plant that is watered and nurtured. It will always grow and flourish, and that same nurturing must be applied to your intentions. The universe responds to feeling, not thought. Embodiment is the key. Consistent practice and alignment with your intention will enable you to become a conscious creator, actively shaping your reality and no longer a passive observer of external events. When you understand that you are always creating, you will then take full responsibility for the reality you are manifesting. Consider a skilled architect who is designing a building. They must always create the foundation first, and the same must be true for your life. Intention is the seed, and action is the water, and both are needed for growth. The universe is always responding to the energy that you are sending out. Self-awareness is the bedrock of all alchemical transformation, for it is through true understanding of your inner landscape that true change is made possible, and by shining the light of awareness onto your thoughts, feelings, and actions, you will begin to see the patterns that are no longer serving you, allowing you to create a more empowered version of yourself. Think of a map that guides you on your journey. Self-awareness is the map for your transformation. Without it, you will be lost in the wilderness. Self-awareness is the first step to freedom. Without awareness, you cannot see your limitations. To cultivate greater self-awareness, you can begin with practices such as journaling, meditation, and the mindful observation of your thoughts, feelings, and actions. For it is through these practices that you will create space for your inner wisdom to emerge, showing you patterns that you were unaware of. Consider a gardener who cares for a garden. They must first remove the weeds, and your awareness will help to remove the patterns that are limiting your growth. Self-awareness is the key to identifying limiting patterns. The consistency of your practice will unlock your true potential. Self-awareness is the light that reveals your limiting beliefs, negative emotions, and self-sabotaging patterns, making it possible to transform these shadows into sources of strength. And by understanding the root cause of these self-limiting patterns, you will then be able to rewrite them, creating an even more empowering narrative. Consider a detective who is looking for clues. They must carefully observe their surroundings, and you must do the same in your inner landscape, finding the clues that are limiting your growth. Self-awareness is the key to uncovering limiting patterns. Your awareness is your greatest power. True self-awareness leads to personal responsibility, and when you recognize that you have the power to make conscious choices and shape your life, you step out of the role of a victim and into the role of an empowered creator, and you will no longer blame your circumstances. You will take full responsibility for your life. Consider a captain who is steering a ship. They must take full responsibility for the direction of their ship, and you are the captain of your own life. Self-awareness is the key to taking responsibility for your life. You are the one in charge of your destiny. Integrating your shadow self is an essential part of your alchemical journey, and those parts that you have denied or suppressed hold tremendous power, and the path to wholeness requires embracing all aspects of your being, including the light and dark. Understanding that the shadow aspects are not negative, but rather are essential components of your overall wholeness. And they hold the key to your greatest gifts. Consider a diamond, which is formed under intense pressure. Your shadow aspects can be transformed into gifts if they are embraced, not avoided. The shadow contains the gold that will lead you to true wholeness. When you transform these hidden aspects of yourself into sources of strength, you will begin to access wisdom and compassion that you did not know that you possessed. For when you embrace your shadow, you will no longer be ruled by it, and your deepest fears will become your greatest assets. Consider the roots of a tree. They are hidden beneath the earth, but they are essential to the tree's survival, and your shadow aspects are the same for you. Embrace your shadow as your ally on your path. Your greatest power comes from your shadows. True wholeness requires the embrace of all aspects of the self, including both the light and the dark. For the journey of integration means that you can no longer deny any aspect of your being, understanding that your flaws are also part of your greatness. And when you release the need to be perfect, you unlock the power of true self-acceptance. Imagine a painting that uses both light and shadow to create depth and dimension, and your life is the same masterpiece. True beauty comes from the integration of all aspects of being. True wholeness means embracing all parts of yourself. Integration leads to authenticity, self-acceptance, and the ability to live a genuine life that is aligned with your highest potential. As you accept all parts of yourself, your actions will flow from a place of truth, and you will no longer be bound by the limitations of who you think you should be. Consider a river that flows freely and powerfully. Its journey is always authentic, and you too must be authentic in every aspect of your life. The journey to wholeness is a journey to freedom. Embrace your authenticity. When you align with the universal flow, true power becomes available, for you are not trying to control or resist life, but rather you are surrendering to the natural rhythms of the universe, accessing ease, synchronicity, and effortless manifestation. The alchemist no longer seeks to control the flow, they guide it with intention, and by doing so, they create even greater abundance and freedom. Consider a sailboat that is guided by the wind. You must allow the universe to guide you while still setting the direction. The greatest power comes from the union of intention and surrender. When you work with the universe, you tap into a higher intelligence and wisdom, accessing synchronicities and effortless manifestation. For this is not about forcing or resisting, but rather about guiding the natural currents of energy. And when you do this, you will be amazed by the speed and efficiency with which your desires manifest into your reality. Think of a surfer who rides the waves. They do not fight against the wave, they ride it with skill, and you must learn to do the same in your life. The universe is always supporting you. Effortless manifestation is a natural byproduct of universal alignment. Aligning with the universal flow can be done through tuning into your intuition, following your passions, and trusting that you are always being guided toward your highest potential. By listening to your inner voice and following your deepest desires, you will discover a path of effortless manifestation, for the universe is always guiding you toward your purpose. Imagine a compass. It always points toward the north, and your intuition is your compass. You are always guided towards your highest potential. The universe is always supporting you. The alchemical journey is a dance with the universe, a beautiful blend of intention and surrender, and this path requires both action and presence, doing and being, and it is in this delicate dance that true power is found, for it is not just about manifesting your intentions. It is about surrendering to the wisdom of the universe, allowing it to guide you on the path of your highest evolution. Imagine two dancers who are moving together as one. That is the same partnership you must create with the universe. The power of the universe is within you. The true power is found in the union of intention and surrender. The time has come to transition towards the final call to action and to fully acknowledge that the alchemical principles you have explored are not just theories. They are practical tools for creating transformation in your everyday life, for it is only through consistent application that this knowledge will come to life. The wisdom you have learned must be lived and experienced to gain true power. This knowledge is meant to be embodied, not just understood. The time to put these tools to use is now. Your life is the perfect place to practice your alchemical abilities. You are the alchemist, and the Philosopher's Stone is a symbol of your own inherent power and potential, and the journey that you have been on has been a journey of self-discovery, a reclaiming of your inherent power, and now it's time to understand that you have everything you need to create the life that you desire. You are the only one who has the power to create this transformation. Your destiny is in your hands. This power has been within you all along. Now that you have the wisdom, the tools, and the understanding of your inherent power, it is time to create a new reality, and the true magic is about to be revealed. For this is just the beginning of an ongoing process of personal evolution, a continuous unfolding of your potential, and by consciously choosing to embrace your true power, you will embark on a journey of endless growth and discovery. This knowledge is meant to inspire and empower, and your power is about to be unleashed. The universe is waiting for you. The time has come to fully embrace your role as the alchemist and to step into your true potential. Are you ready to transform your life? The quest for the Philosopher's Stone, a journey that has spanned centuries, has now reached its culmination, revealing that the stone you sought was never an external object, but a profound metaphor for the boundless potential that resides within you. For the pursuit of an external substance was always a misdirection, an illusion that kept you from discovering the true source of power that is your very being. The secret was never hidden in some distant land or ancient text. It has always been within the depths of your own consciousness, waiting to be awakened. You are not a seeker, you are the sought. You are the living embodiment of the Philosopher's Stone, the very jewel of alchemy, and now the veil has been lifted, and you are finally able to recognize your own magnificence. The core principles of alchemy transmutation, the journey from lead to gold, and the hermetic understanding of as above, so below are not separate concepts. They are interconnected steps on a single path of personal transformation. For the transmutation of base metals into gold represents the transformation of your limiting beliefs into empowering truths. And this is an active process that requires consistent application. For every moment presents a chance to transmute your fears into courage, doubts into confidence, and limitations into strengths. Using your focused intention as the crucible of transformation. The lead to gold pattern is not just an idea, it's a practical tool that you can use to transform your everyday reality, and the more often you use this tool, the stronger your power becomes. This process is the very essence of alchemic power. The interconnectedness of your inner and outer realities is not a mystical concept. It is a fundamental law of the universe, where every change in your inner state will cause an immediate and corresponding shift in your external experience, and therefore, if you choose to cultivate inner peace, you will manifest outer harmony, and when you choose to embody love, you will attract loving relationships, and this understanding unlocks the true power of manifestation. The universe is a perfect mirror, always reflecting back to you the energy that you project, and you must now understand that your external world is simply a reflection of your inner state. The only way to change your world is to change yourself, and this is a non-negotiable law. The transformative power of the alchemist lies not in the acquisition of external objects, but in the conscious choice to embody the principles of self-mastery, understanding that the secret has always been your ability to transform yourself, to take ownership of your reality, and to consciously direct your inner and outer worlds. You are not dependent on external situations or the opinions of others or waiting for some external validation. You are the source of your own power, the creator of your own destiny, and the true alchemist knows that the only power that matters is the power you have over yourself. Self-mastery is the ultimate key, and your ability to transform yourself gives you the power to transform the world. The wisdom embodied in the Philosopher's Stone is not limited to one tradition or culture, but rather, it is a universal truth that has been echoed throughout the ages in various spiritual practices, from the ancient Hermetic texts to the teachings of the Gnostics and the wisdom of the Eastern traditions. This timeless wisdom has been hidden in plain sight, waiting for humanity to be ready to awaken to its true potential, and even modern science has been pointing towards this same universal understanding of consciousness and the interconnectedness of reality, validating the ancient wisdom that has been passed down through the ages. The core principle of self-mastery is not new, it is universal. The cyclical pattern of transformation that is essential to alchemical practice is not just an abstract concept. It mirrors the larger cycles of life, death, and rebirth, a continual process of shedding old limitations to embrace new possibilities, and therefore, transformation is not a singular event, but an ongoing journey of evolution, and the cycles of nature mirror the cycles of personal growth, showing that we are always in a continuous process of becoming, of renewal and growth. Like the seasons, your life is a cycle of continuous transformation, and your embrace of this process will guide you towards more powerful manifestations. True alchemical power is always guided by compassion, integrity, and a deep commitment to serving the greater good. And any power that is used for selfish purposes or personal ego will always lead to imbalance, disharmony, and eventual suffering. And therefore, you must understand that your true power is always linked to your ability to serve others. And any use of power that is not grounded in love and integrity will always be self-destructive. True power is always used in service to others, and you must choose to use your own power in a way that promotes healing and growth for all. This understanding is a catalyst for both personal and collective awakening, for when individuals embrace their inner power, they create a ripple effect that transforms the world, and when you embody the alchemist, you will be a beacon of light, demonstrating to others the path to their own inner power, and when more and more individuals awaken to their true potential, we will create a world that is more harmonious, balanced, and abundant for everyone, understanding that the transformation of one will eventually transform all of us. Personal transformation is the key to creating collective transformation. The initial tension created by the mystery of the Philosopher's Stone is now resolved, revealing that the journey of seeking was not about finding an external object, but about discovering your own inner power. For the destination was never outside of you, it was always within, and you must now realize that the search itself was the catalyst for transformation, guiding you to the full understanding that the answer that you were looking for was always within you. The journey was the purpose, and the answer was always within. The power of this understanding is now available to you. The pattern of lead to gold is now complete, demonstrating that the journey from self-imposed limitations to self-mastery is a continuous cycle, a spiral that is constantly ascending, and with each cycle, you will gain greater power, greater wisdom, and an expanded understanding of the vastness of your own potential. For the gold is not the end of the journey. It is the beginning of a more empowered cycle, and like a seed that grows into a mighty tree, your constant dedication will manifest a stronger and more powerful version of yourself with every turn of the wheel. Each cycle builds upon the last, and you are always moving upward. The questions that have been posed throughout this journey, what is the Philosopher's Stone? How can you transform your life? Now have their clear and concise answers. The Philosopher's Stone is the metaphor for your own inherent potential for self-mastery, and you can transform your life through self-awareness, focused intention, and the consistent embodiment of your highest vision. For through these means, you will gain the power to consciously shape your reality, to transmute your challenges into triumphs, and to manifest the life that you truly desire. Your power is your awareness, your intention, and your embodiment. The tension that has been building throughout this entire video is now released, replaced by a sense of profound peace, and the deep understanding that you hold the key to your own liberation and transformation. For the power that you have sought is not something that you must find or something that you must earn. It is your birthright, your natural state, and now that you are aware of this, you are free to create a reality that is aligned with your deepest desires, and the chains have been removed. You are free to create. You are free to embody your power. The understanding of personal alchemy is not a conclusion. It is a starting point, an invitation to embark on a continuous journey of self-discovery, and empowerment. For this is just the beginning of your alchemical journey, and there are always deeper levels of wisdom and understanding to be unlocked. But always remember that the power grows as you consistently apply this knowledge in your life. There is always more to learn, more to explore, and more to embody, and this journey is meant to be a lifetime of continuous expansion. There are more advanced alchemical techniques and practices that are yet to be revealed, and these will be explored in future content. And as you continue on this path of growth, you will unlock even more potent tools for personal transformation. And this knowledge is meant to be expanded upon and integrated into your daily life, ensuring that your journey is one of continuous growth and mastery. Each step builds upon the last, and your path of transformation is just beginning. The future holds infinite potential. I invite you to share your own experiences, insights, and questions in the comments below, as this is an opportunity for everyone to learn and grow together, and through your engagement with others, you will find deeper levels of understanding. For the wisdom of the group is always more powerful than the wisdom of one, and this is a journey that we will all take together, supporting each other and empowering each other along the way. Your comments will add to the overall understanding. This journey is a collaborative effort. Now, you must take the first step on your alchemical journey by choosing to live each moment as your most empowered self, and all the tools that you need are already within you, and the time for dreaming is over. Now is the time for action, and you must now begin to apply these principles, transforming every aspect of your life into a masterpiece of conscious creation. The true alchemist is not a seeker, but a creator.